FM and also online at KDSJ-980.com. I'm Cody Oliver with you from Lyle Hair Stadium in Spearfish on the campus of Black Hills State University as we get set for the Friday night football kickoff to the 2024 season. And our countdown to kickoff start things off being brought to you by Jake's Collision Repair, the Black Hills home team for collision repairs at 4415 East Colorado Boulevard in Spearfish and Alpha of Exit 32 at Junction Avenue in Sturgis. And we come to you live here from the broadcast booth, being brought to you once again this season by Monument Health Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, the official sports medicine provider to several area high schools in the Black Hills and northeastern Wyoming. I'm Cody Oliver, back with you here for another season of Spearfish Spartans Sports as we get things underway on the football side of things here on this Friday night. The season opener for both of these teams, the third-ranked T-Area Titans coming into town to take on a fellow team in Class 11 AA, the Spearfish Spartans. And along my side, taking care of KDSJ-TV, is Clayson Davis over there on the YouTube channel as well as Facebook Live. And thanks so much, Clayson, for the time. He's also going to be my color man tonight, bringing us some more of our coverage as part of our KDSJ Sports broadcasting team.
Yes, thank you, Cody, and excited to get KDSJ-TV kicked off here with some live football, as it's the best time of the year, in my personal opinion, back here at Lyle Hair Stadium. It's where I used to play. Now I'm up here in the booth calling the action, and it's going to be fun.
And the Spearfish Spartans and the T-Area Titans are both ready to take the field here at the top of the hour for the 6 o'clock kickoff, as the T-Area Titans currently huddled up in their end zone off to the left. Meanwhile, the Spearfish Spartans are off to the locker room getting their final instructions before they hit the field tonight for a 6 o'clock kickoff right here on KDSJ Sports. Coming up here in our Jake's Collision Repair countdown to kickoff, we'll have a look at this week's rankings. We'll break it down specifically here for Class 11 AA. Also, your Friday night football matchups across the area. And we'll have a look at our starting lineups for both of these teams. Again, it's a 6 o'clock kick underneath the lights at Lyle Hair Stadium in Spearfish. For Clayson Davis, I'm Cody Oliver. Let's get this season rolling. And we'll be back after this break for our Heiserling Concrete laying the foundation. Back with you here at Lyle Hair Stadium and the Monument Health Orthopedics and Sports Medicine broadcast booth. And let's lay the foundation for this 2024 season for the Spearfish Spartans and the visiting team, the T-Area Titans. They both compete in Class 11 AA of high school football. This is their opening week for the bigger schools across the state. And the #1 team in the preseason poll, after winning 7 straight state championships, the Peer Governors get all the first place votes, so they're reloaded and going again. They'll actually play tomorrow night. #2 team in the state is the Yankton Bucks. #3 in the preseason poll is where we'll find the T-Area Titans. After getting bounced in the second round of the playoffs last year, they're hoping to make a deep run and get to the Dome down in Vermilion, as T-Area has a lot of new faces for this fall sports season. We'll see how they gel here in game #1, as they have some high hopes. They're ranked #3 in the state. Then #4 is Watertown, followed by Aberdeen Central. In the top 5, the Sturgis Scoopers, just outside the top 5 in the preseason poll, ranked #6. Some other West River teams that are getting noticed in the preseason polls for the 7 different classes that we have here in the state of South Dakota. We look at Class 11A. Rapid City Christian is ranked number 6 in that division. The Hot Springs Bison, after winning the Class B for 11-man football championship last year, they're ranked number 7 this week after suffering an opening week loss at Winter. Some other good teams that might be making some noise. Hill City Rangers, they have dropped down a 9-man football. They picked up a road win at Stanley County last Friday night. Was that something new, or are they going to continue to do that for the Hill City Rangers? We'll keep an eye on them as the season goes on. Good matchup tonight with Wall, number 2 in the state, at number 5 Harding County Bison. That is a top 5 matchup in Class 9A. I'll just say this, Harding County Bison, they're going to have their hands full tonight because Wall looked tremendous last Friday night, especially defensively against Phillip. And another team we may be watching out for will be another 9-man team. That would be the Kadoke Area Cougars in Class 9B. And that is a glance at some of the rankings. Take it for what it is. It's week number 1 for everybody across the state. The smaller schools had week 0 last week, and so they've already played a game, and the bigger schools play 9 games with no bye weeks. The smaller schools play 8 games with 1 bye week. Let's have a look at the Friday night football matchups being brought to you by Beef Logic and the matchup menu. That's coming up right here on KDSJ 980 103.5, KDSJ Sports mobile app, and catch us live video footage online at KDSJ-TV. I'm Cody Oliver back with you for another Spearfish Spartan football season as we have the season opener tonight. And this is one of a bunch of games going on across the region tonight. Not a whole lot of games in the Black Hills particular, as a lot of teams are traveling here for opening week. And tonight's matchups including Rapid City Central at Sioux Falls Roosevelt in the Class 11 AAA ranks. Class 9A top 5 matchup, number 2 Wall is at number 5 Harding County Bison. Bellefouche is at Madison. That game is already underway. Rapid City Christian will have their hands full tonight as they take on number 1 Canton in Canton. Tri-Valley is at Custer. T-Area is at Spearfish. And the kickoff coming up in about 15 minutes right here on KDSJ Sports. Also tonight it will be Mount Vernon Plankington at home against St. Thomas More. Rapid City Stevens will be hosting number 2 Sioux Falls Lincoln. Lemon McIntosh is on the road at Hill City tonight. Lee Deadwood goes out to Wessington Springs to take on number 4 Woonsocket Wessington Springs, Sanborn Central. Hot Springs is at home against Miller Highmore Herald, and Faith is at home against Jones County tonight. Some other matchups for high school football tonight. Douglas is at Mitchell. Kadoke Area goes to Lyman. Also, Bennett County is at New Underwood. Number 4 Watertown is at Sioux Falls Jefferson. And Sturgis will be at Brookings tonight. That game kicks off in about 10 minutes from Dana J. Dykehouse Stadium. Those are your matchups being brought to you by Beef Logic and the South Dakota Beef Industry Council as they bring us our matchup menu for this Friday night. The T-Area Titans are coming off of a record last year of 7-4 in the season. Over the past few years, though, their wins have kind of diminished. A few years ago, they had an 11-1 record. Then they had 10 wins. Then they had 7 wins last year, and they're hoping to get more than 7 wins as they try to go up against tough teams here in Class 11 AA and try to get a trip to the Dome. This is the opening game of the season for both of these teams, as the T-Area Titans will be on the road tonight and then have their home opener next week against Aberdeen Central. There's 11 teams this year in Class 11 AA, with these 2 teams being a part of that division. The head coach of the T-Area Titans is Scott Fry, and the head coach of the Spearfish Spartans, a brand new head coach for the Spartans, but he's been a Spearfish Spartan himself. He played high school. That's Tom Teason. He played at Black Hills State as well. Former Lee Deadwood Gold Diggers head football coach. He's been the assistant coach for the Spartans, so football is in his blood, and maroon and white. It's definitely in Coach Teason's blood as well. A little bit of red in there as we get all sorts of colors. And coming up, we have your captains meeting at midfield as Lyle Hair Stadium looking good here on a Friday night. We'll be back with more of our pregame show and our starters, and we'll also recognize our officials. We'll be back after these for more of the Jake's Collision Repair pregame show.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have...
Bentonite clay, mined right here in our own backyard near Belfouche in Colony, Wyoming, provides a contributing factor to this area's economic success. This unique product has a huge range of uses, from the main component in cat litter to health and beauty products, pharmaceuticals, and more. It's all produced right here in all of our community. American Colloid Company, working together, winning together. And a better alternative for car repair in Spearfish and the Northern Black Hills. It's Auto Doctor, with their 2 ASC certified mechanics who each have over 40 years of experience and their state-of-the-art facility. They'll treat your vehicle like it's theirs. From mechanical repairs, brakes, alignments, tires, AC work, and more, Auto Doctor also provides advanced diagnostics. From Audis to Volkswagens, if your car is, we're the pill. Auto Doctor off exit 14, Heritage Drive, Spearfish.
Beef Logic, Inc. is proud to sponsor South Dakota's high school and collegiate athletes this season as they work alongside their partners at the South Dakota Beef Industry Council to deliver the Build Your Base sports nutrition program at local high schools and colleges around the state and the country. Are you looking for a simple, easy-to-follow program that can help you and your family optimize performance both on and off the field of play? Check out buildyourbase.org and learn why beef continues to be the premier protein for athletic performance and recovery.
I'm Cody Oliver back here at Lyle Hair Stadium in Spearfish on the campus of Black Hills State as the big yellow jacket BHSU logo is at midfield. That's where the head official will be, joining the captains. And let's introduce our captains here for the Spearfish Spartans for this 2024 season as we get things underway. And their captains will be Dylan Doran. He's a wide receiver and defensive back and a senior. Also, Hunter Walters, a running back and linebacker, and he is a senior. Also going out to midfield is number 8, Evan Wilson. He is a running back / linebacker, and he's a senior. And the biggest one of them all that is going out there as a captain is number 65, Leighton Loop. He is a lineman, 5'8", 205-pound senior. So 4 seniors out there for the Spearfish Spartans as their captains here as they meet with officials at midfield. And tonight's game officials, let's introduce them as well as they get ready for the coin toss and more of the pregame things that they go over with the captains. And let's recognize those game officials for tonight. It is the Law on the Field, being brought to you by the South Dakota Attorney General's Office, Division of Consumer Protection. Tonight's officials, Eddie Bissonette, Stephen Dolan, Joel Ellis, Alex Heyman, and Rich Vogely. And they are the 5 officials for this contest. Looks like the T-Area Titans have won the toss. And they have elected to defer and kick off in receive in the second half. So they win the toss, and they're going to defer and get out there and play defense first as they go up against the Spearfish Spartans. Again, our game officials being brought to you by the South Dakota Attorney General's Office, Division of Consumer Protection. I'm Cody Oliver with you tonight, along with Clayson Davis over at KDSJ-TV. And Clayson's running the video side of things. This is a new baby that we have, so as we cuddle it a little bit, just like everybody out there playing today, got to keep control of the football. You're keeping control of KDSJ-TV. Let us know a few of the things that you're doing with all this equipment over here.
Yeah, well, it's like I said, you just kind of got to coddle it and keep it along, trying to keep everything in order here. Yeah, and a little bit of a tight quarters here at Lyle Hair Stadium. And Cody and I snuggling up here in the press box here with KDSJ and KDSJ-TV. And, yeah, we're just getting ready to go with this football season, kicking off the debut of football right here on KDSJ-TV. So super excited to finally get the best sport on planet Earth up and going right here at Lyle Hair Stadium. Again, Spartans here to return. A Spartan team that has shown improvement over the years, but again, very tough test in week 1 versus the T-Area Titans. So I think it'll be fun, and let's get this party started.
Spearfish Spartans went 4-6 last year, losing in the first round to the 7-time defending state champion Pure Governors, as they lost in the first round last year 49-26, but ended 4-6. Had some highlights in there, going on a 3-game winning streak against Douglas, Brookings, and Belfouche. Then the injury bugs snuck up on him and bit him the rest of the season. The Spearfish Spartans will take the kickoff up past the 10 to the 15 to the 20, getting some good yards up to about the 33-yard line. And the Spearfish Spartans have the kickoff return out of the red zone there and getting some positive territory. They'll start 1st and 10 from the 33. Being at home on opening night, you want to bring that momentum after a couple weeks of practice and scrimmages. Both of these teams get to play against somebody else, which is key for this game tonight. Work out some of the early season jitters. Going to have some young kids getting their first varsity playing time for both of these teams tonight, so make sure you're lined up in the right spot. We're probably going to see plenty of penalty flags, I got a feeling, in this game tonight as the Spearfish Spartans get ready to roll, and they will throw it on their first play of the season. And there's a man open, but not able to make the catch for the Spearfish Spartans. And it goes incomplete as they look to go to the air on the first play of the year.
Yeah, that was just a nice little wheel route by one of the lead backs. In fact, the lead back from Spearfish, Hunter Walters. Quarterback looks to be, I believe, number 9 for the Spartans.
Darren Cooks, the junior quarterback / linebacker. We'll see if he actually plays both ways. They have the T-Area Titans going to set up. Oh, he was almost offsides. They had to get him back away from the line of scrimmage. And then getting the carry here is Evan Wilson as they get past the 35. Going to see a lot of Wilson and Walters on the season running the ball for the Spearfish Spartans.
Yes, Coach Teenson said earlier this week that Spearfish really wants to focus on the run game this season. Of course, with quarterback last year, Seth Hamilton, and his all-star receiver, Braden Delahoy, gone. So looking to build upon the run game this year.
And Spearfish in a 3rd and 6 right now for the Spartans as they work their way right to left on Lyle Hair Stadium field. And the pass will go over to Evan Wilson, the running back, but then he gets hit. The pass was in the backfield, and Wilson had nowhere to go with it. Nothing after the catch as he gets hit hard, loses a couple of yards on the play, and Spearfish in a 4th down situation on their opening drive will be set up to punt. The T-Area Titans on the opposite side of Lyle Hair Stadium field. Head coach Scott Fry. We're going to see a lot of their returning linebacker this year, Sam Wordle. Carter Christensen is a returning cornerback and a defensive back. So those are a couple of main guys on defense as we saw them first. Here's the punt by the Spearfish Spartans. It's fair count at the 32-yard line by the T-Area Titans. And let's have a look at more of the T-Area Titans as we get some game notes on them. They lost a lot to graduation last year, but most of the younger guys are looking good in practices and scrimmages. Hopefully, that transfers over to the field here for opening night for T-Area. they're looking forward to playing somebody else as well after a few weeks of scrimmages and practices. Some of the offensive line guys to be watching out for. They do have some size as they bring up them to the offensive line. Number 62, Charlie Leslie. Number 67, Jacob Youngye. And number 76, Cody Peterson will be anchoring that offensive line for an always good T-Area Titan squad. And they go under center here for the 1st and 10 at their own 34-yard line. And there is a fumble on the play. So a ball loose. Spearfish Spartans are happy as they say they recovered it. But there's also a flag on the field on the far side right over there by the first down marker. So we'll see if this fumble and recovery stands for Spearfish as the officials talk things over there. We'll see if their field mic works as well here in game 1. Well, the field mic is not working.
Be a false start versus the Titans. And, of course, Spearfish will decline said penalty. And just like that, Spearfish, they force a turnover, and they're back in business in enemy territory.
Yes, they are in Titans territory just like that. On the first play of the season offensively for T-Area, they fumble the football and a penalty, and that all converts into a Spearfish recovering the fumble. Now here is Spearfish Spartan quarterback. He's going to roll out, look to throw downfield. It's up for grabs. Nobody's going to catch it. We may have a flag down there as well. Used a couple of different quarterbacks here for the Spearfish Spartans already in the first 2 drives. After Darren Cooks got some snaps, now they go with newcomer Jack Kayette, the 6'2", 200-pound junior. And since he's brand new, I'm not quite sure if I pronounced that last name right, but as the year goes on, we'll definitely get it right. Pass interference on the T-Area Titans. Now, this is not the NFL. They're not granted the ball down inside the 10-yard line where the penalty was called. Instead, I believe it will just be a 10-yard penalty.
From the 15, I believe, for defense. 15-yard penalty from the line of scrimmage. And, of course, on that play, had 2 quarterbacks in the backfield for Spearfish. They had a Darian Crooks actually took the jet sweep, and he threw it down the field trying to get a little trick play on the Titans early. And it didn't get a big play, but did force the flag. So Spearfish now in business.
They get the chain gang set over there. And here is the quarterback keeper. He's going to get it inside the 20-yard line. So there they are in the red zone for the Spearfish Spartans on their second drive of the game. In the first drive, Spearfish had to punt as they went 3 and out. Then they recovered the fumble at about the 34-yard line. Take advantage of that 15-yard penalty on the pass interference. And now they're right there at the 20-yard line.
Yeah, again, trying to get the run game early and often is Spearfish. Trying to go up against this heavy and big T-Area team. And there you see a quarterback counter right there on 2nd down, and still to no avail. That tough front 7 from T-Area giving the Spearfish offensive line some trouble here early in this first quarter.
And Leslie and Youngye are good returners for the D-line for the T-Area Titans. So we see them out there. For T-Area, they do have a good defensive back, Riley Zvanda, number 4. Zvanda. And it's a 3rd and 10 here for Spearfish. Second drive of the game, first quarter, no score. Here's the pass. It's caught, and it's in for 6 for the Spearfish Spartans. No flags on the field here, there, or anywhere. And it's a touchdown reception by Dylan Doran to get the Spartans on the board with 9:26 left to play here in the first quarter. A nice route there by the receiver, and they connect for 6.
Yeah, as T-Area brought a blitz, had 6 people on the line of scrimmage going straight for Darian Crooks, and it was press coverage on Dylan Doran, and he beat the coverage, and once he got by and some separation, it was no one in the back of the end zone to take advantage.
So about a 20-yard touchdown pass there for the Spearfish Spartans. Good to get on the board first, coming off of that 4-6 season that they had last year, trying to build some momentum despite losing all the guys that they had, especially at those key spots on offense and defense, but come right back and strike first here. taking advantage of the penalty by T-Area on that pass interference. They've got that recovered fumble and get the touchdown. So we write it down, Spearfish up 7-0 here with 9:26 left to play in the opening frame. As both teams huddle up here to get things ready for their special teams now. Now, these aren't huge programs like there are in Sioux Falls and Rapid City, so you'll probably still see a lot of these guys playing both ways. As we see down in Class 11A and B and all the 9-man schools, Spearfish doesn't have near the numbers as well as the T-Area Titans, so that could be a factor, I think, depth in this one and the quality of the depth. Spearfish might look good here on the depth chart at the first ranking, but then what do they look like on the second string? And if anybody gets hurt, what happens for Spearfish in their depth-wise here in the opening game? Meanwhile, Titans have nearly 30 guys over there on the other sideline ready to come in and play wherever they need to be. Spearfish Spartans will kick it off as they're up here 7-0. With 9:26 left to go as they did connect on the point after. And here's the kick. This one will sail out of bounds over by the Titans sideline and go on the track. So Spearfish with the early lead here in the season. Again, the T-Area Titans come out. Griffin Wybinga. We're going to be looking for him as their one wide receiver that stands out. Sam Wordle is a running back. He's very talented. Cole McKinney is a running back. Brenner Conrad is also a good player for T-Area on offense. Carter Brown is a running back and a returning linebacker, so he does play both ways. We'll see what he does out of the backfield as the T-Area Titans get set for, well, their second play of the game. The first one wasn't good as they lost the fumble. Rolling out, looking to pass. Pump fake. Passing it downfield. Has a man. We have incomplete pass over here on the near sideline. It was kind of a 50-50 ball as both guys were trying to get it. No pass interference called on that play. So it is an incomplete pass, and it'll be 2nd and 10 from the 35-yard line for the T-Area Titans.
Yeah, on that play, T-Area looked like to fake the sweep, and that's when two pullers came around to block for the quarterback. Almost a similar type play that Spearfish had on the other end that forced the pass interference, but Dylan Doran turned his head back around and made the play on defense.
And now here we go for 2nd and 10 for the T-Area Titans. And they hand it off. They want to try to establish the running game here against Spartans. And, of course, if you have that big offensive line like T-Area does, as they're already outshining Spearfish there in the trenches, especially number 76. Don't want to be behind him in the cafeteria lunch line. Cody Peterson, 6'5", 248. And he is a junior for the T-Area Titans, and he is one of those main guys there on the O-line. Now they want to try to establish that running game with Cole McKinney and Carter Brown, and they want to take away the run on defense, and they got to bring the intensity, as head coach Fry said earlier today in our broadcasting team meeting with him. A flag is on the field here as the near official throws it.
Offsides looks to be on the Spearfish defense, so that will give T-Area a new set of downs.
Some of the strengths for the T-Area Titans as we get to know our visitors from the Sioux Falls area. All these kids love playing the game, and they want to try to reach the Dome to play for a state title, as they won some state titles there in Class 11A. And now in Class 11AA, it's tougher competition as the Peer Governors have been dominating the division for 7 straight years. Here's the handoff for the T-Area Titans. It's number 5, and that is Caden Bonenberger. And the 5'8", 133-pound junior uses his speed to get across midfield and down to about the 36-yard line. So they're in Spartan territory as the clock ticks under 9 minutes to go left here in the first quarter, with the Spearfish Spartans off to the good start of 7-0.
Again, T-Area trying to establish the run early. They were very multiple on offense. That time they ran out of the gun, now back under center with a double wing. And Spearfish offensive line jumps again into the neutral zone. That will give T-Area another 5 yards.
T-Area Titans out of the Sioux Falls area left about 7 o'clock this morning Mountain Time to travel out here, get up a couple times and out of the bus and get lunch and get stretched. And now they come to the line of scrimmage here at 1st and 5. Let's see. Scoreboard says 2nd and 5.
Should be 1st and 5, I do believe.
After that penalty, they stay with the 1st and 5. So we're going to agree with the people down on the field. Here's the handoff, and it's a good stop defensively by the Spearfish Spartans. Running the football there for the T-Area Titans was Sam Wardell. And Wardell had nothing going there. Good defense by the Spartans.
Yes, that looks to be number 22 for the Spartans. That looks to be
Lathan Lucas.
Lathan Lucas, one of the leaders here on this Spartan defense. Got underneath his block there on that little counter sweep from the Titans. And from his linebacker position came up and made the play to force 2nd and 5.
Going back to your old football days, what positions?
That I played?
Yeah.
I was a...
You don't look like a kicker.
No, I tried kicker in high school and never... I was the Brucey on the football team. I was not allowed to kick very often.
You played 6-man football down in the great state of Nebraska.
You know, that was a track meet with pads. I was not blessed with a lot of speed, but I was blessed with size, which I took advantage of as the rest of my school back in Cody, Nebraska. So, but no, 11-man, I was definitely way more suited for 11-man. A lot bigger guys that you can knock heads with every single play.
Right now, 6:45 left to play here, first quarter. A 3rd and short coming up here for the Titans. I'm going to say 3rd and 1 as Caden Bowenberger has some blockers in front of him, just trying to hand it off. Now he's going to throw it. He has a man in the end zone, and it is not caught. Good pass break up there by the defensive back for the Spearfish Spartans.
That was great coverage. Looks to be by, I believe that was number 5 or 4. I believe that was number 4 for the Spartans.
Dylan Doran is the defensive back, so he'd be in that position.
That's his 2nd play he's made in the defensive backfield.
Brenner Conrad was the quarterback there for the T-Area Titans. They will go for it here on 4th down as they wear the white jerseys with the maroon numbers. They try to hand it off. I don't think he's getting it.
They don't think they did. I think that was big number 77 for the Spartans coming up to make the play. That is Ryland Berry. I don't think they got it.
Sam Marcus with the tackle actually for the Spearfish Spartans to get him right there at the line of scrimmage and push Conrad back.
Yeah, Sam Marcus, he was the one who wrapped around the feet of the quarterback, couldn't quite get him past the line of scrimmage, and then the linebacker Hunter Walters came up, cleaned up shop, and big stop for Spearfish with T-Area just running down the field here in the first quarter, and they forced another big stop on T-Area's 2nd drive.
So a turnover on downs at the 27-yard line. So it's their own 27. Well, they'll start this drive. And here is the handoff for Spearfish, and that goes nowhere. That's going to lose some yardage back to around the 20-yard line. Not much room there for number 9 for the Spartans, Darren Crooks. As we get to know some of these guys brand new to the varsity roster. And we see that they've put on some pounds and have gotten bigger since the last time we saw them in basketball or last year's football team. Spearfish last year went 4-6 overall, so not a winning record, but better when it's moving in the right direction for the Spartan football program. So some expectations again this year for Spearfish, but they have a tough schedule. And they got to continue to run the football well. This time they do as they get it across the 25 up to about the 27-yard line. And on the carry that time for the Spartans was Evan Wilson.
You're starting to see Spearfish develop kind of a two-headed monster in the backfield between Wilson and also Hunter Walters. Darren Crooks, the quarterback, he can also run the ball well here in the backfield. And here on this 3rd and long, we'll probably see Crooks try to put it in the air.
Spearfish has been doing dual quarterback duties here with Crooks and Jack Collette. And there is a penalty flag.
I believe that'd be a legal substitution on Spearfish.
Last year, these two teams played here in Lyle Hair Stadium. T-Area at that time was also ranked number 3 in the state in Class 11 AA. They amassed 279 rushing yards and used a big second quarter to pull away from Spearfish last year. They won that game 62-13 as T-Area dominated the Spartans. You're rolling back to pass, finding an open man. It's caught, kind of slipped there at around the 23-yard line, able to go by the sideline here. And that was number 6, Hunter Walters. He thought there was a late hit, but the officials don't throw the flag, and it's going to be 4th and 11 for Spearfish. So they'll bring on the punting unit for the second time. Sam Marcus will be the punter. Here's the punt. It's high in the air and a fair catch at the 42-yard line by the T-Area Titans. So Spearfish does move the field a little bit. We have a little chit-chatting there at midfield. There's flags coming in as well after the play was all said and done and the whistles were blown. Now we have 2 penalty flags. It's probably about the same thing and probably unsportsmanlike conduct. What was the call there?
Yep, that'd be unsportsmanlike conduct. They call it on the Titans. Like you said in the pregame, Cody, 2 teams have been hitting each other all throughout the beginnings of the summer and through the first day of pads, and then this is the first opportunity to finally hit someone wearing a different colored jersey and helmet, as we got a necessary roughness personal foul against the Titans.
Now this was after the return or after the fair catch was called, so the Titans will continue to have the football?
Yes, the Titans will continue to have the football. They will maintain possession, but it will be 15 yards off the end of the run. So what looked to be all right field position, now they go across the other side of the jacket here at Lyle Hair Stadium, and they'll set up shop at about the 42-yard line.
Last year, Spearfish had some good rushing touchdowns by Hunter Walters and their quarterback, Seth Hamilton. Hamilton had about 150 yards passing in that game last year. Walters was good on defense with 7.5 tackles a year ago. So these two teams know each other. They played once a year. Spearfish losing in the playoffs last year to Pierre, at Pierre. In a game, actually, they put up 26 points on Pierre last year, lost 49-26. T-Area got a win in the first round over Sturgis last fall, and then they fell to Yankton by 8 points in the semifinals as Pierre defeated Yankton, if we remember right, back in November of last year down at the Dakota Dome as Pierre won their 7th straight state title. Some of the guys that ran out of eligibility for the Spearfish Spartans and are not back this year. They had 4 all-conference guys last year, including Seth Hamilton, Caden Langenfeld, Braden Delahoyd, and Dawson Wood. They all graduated. Now some new ones that come on board for Spearfish that were all-conference last year. Dylan Doran, he's a senior now. Hunter Walters, going to be running the football a lot, also playing linebacker. He's a senior. Lathan Lucas, they're going to lean on him as well. He's a junior this year. Coulter Robbins, also from the lineman last year, he graduated. So 5 guys graduated from being all conference last year for the Spartans, and 3 returners again in Doran, Walters, and Lucas. So a 1st and 10 from the 27-yard line is where the T-Area Titans will start this drive. As they are in the sun out there at Lyle Hair Stadium, they're going to run the football past the 30 to about the 34-yard line.
A nice little fullback trap right there for the T-Area Titans. Some misdirection, some motion in the pre-snap. We do have a flag on the field.
I had a feeling we'd have a few of those tonight on opening night. And we have no microphone on the head umpire, so we're just going to have to go to our sign sheet here. And what would that penalty be?
I believe they called a legal procedure, at least from what I gathered. someone was not on the line of scrimmage or a person was on the line of scrimmage that shouldn't have been. I believe with the motion there. Started off on the line, then moved off, therefore making not too many eligibles in the backfield. So now a T area will get going back again with 1st and 15.
As they're back at the 22. Now we have whistles, and I believe a timeout called here by the Spearfish Spartans, who are set up on the near side of the football field, right here by the grandstand and the bleachers and the press box here at Lyle Hair Stadium. We're going to take a break. Come on back with more high school football on a Friday night. You're listening to KDSJ 980 103.5 and also maybe watching on the brand new KDSJ-TV through YouTube and Facebook Live.
The deals are heating up at Junix Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram during the Make This the Summer of Jeep sales event, where the best way to buy a 2024 Jeep Grand Cherokee Limited is with $6,000
with us here for opening night of high school football. Earlier this weekend, we had the opening night of volleyball over in Sturgis, and now we hit the gridiron outdoors here at Lyle Hair Stadium. 4:09 left to play here in the first quarter. Spartans up 7-0, and a 1st and 15 here for the T-Area Titans as they run the football up past the 25 to around the 28-yard line before he's hit there by the Spartans. Coming in with the tackle, number 22, Lathan Lucas, the linebacker. He's now 5'9", 170-pound junior.
Again, Lucas has been one of the studs here on defense for the Spartans. And Spartans, again, with so many graduating, especially from that linebacker position over the past few years, are looking for Lucas to provide some leadership for that Spartan defense.
Spearfish Spartans starting off the season at home as the Titan sideline stares into the South Dakota sun. And here is an interception by the Spearfish Spartans, and that'll be returned for a touchdown. That is a pick 6 by Hunter Walters.
He just jumped in front of his receiver right there to pick off that pass. And again, Hunter Walters trailed a bit and had that breaking speed to catch up, chase down the ball, and that's when there was no one in front of him. Another 6 for Spearfish, and they're up by 2 scores over the number 3 T-Area Titans.
So Hunter Walters with a 22-yard interception for a touchdown. So the pick 6, that was a dangerous pass as it was a little high. Walters able to use his athleticism, pick off the pass, and it was untouched the rest of the way as he goes 22 yards for the TD. And the point after is up and good for Spearfish, so 2 for 2 on the point after attempts. And Spearfish Spartans, first quarter, putting up 2 touchdowns, taking advantage of 2 turnovers by the Titans, and it's 14-0 in the first quarter with 3:22 to go. We'll take a quick break, be back with more right here on KDSJ Sports.
The deals are heating up at Junix Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram during the Make This the Summer of Ram sales event, where the best way to buy a 2024 Ram 1500 Laramie is with $9,500 of bonus cash, stock number 10059, or a 2024 Ram 2500 Tradesman Power Wagon with $3,000 bonus cash. Save on interest with 5.99% financing plus no payment for 90 days. With approved credit, offer expires on September 4th, 2024.
Spearfish
Visit the allnewjunix.com to see what's available. Then schedule a test drive to
touchdown pass by the Spearfish Spartans there at 9:26 left to go in the first quarter. As Dylan Doran has the pick 6 here also in the first quarter for a score for the Spearfish Spartans. So defense picking it up here for the Spearfish Spartans as they've recovered a fumble. They stopped the Titans on 4th down, and then they've taken advantage of a couple of penalties by the Titans. And we just saw the Spearfish Spartans pick off a pass by Walters and a 22-yard touchdown return. First of 9 games this season for the Spearfish Spartans, 4 home, 5 away, and we will have every one of them over on KDSJ-TV through YouTube and Facebook Live. Thanks for joining us tonight on the video links as well as streaming, AM, FM. Here we go for the T-Area Titans. First down and 10 from their own 44. They're going to muscle their way across midfield, right over the Yellow Jacket logo here on the BHSU campus at Lyle Hair Stadium. And that was quarterback Conrad for the T-Area Titans. With the run, Brenner Conrad, 6'4", so good size, 222 pounds on the scale. He's a junior.
And he used all of it on that little quarterback keeper. Bowled over just a few defensive players for Spearfish, and that makes it 2nd and 1.
Excellent size here for the T-Area Titans. I got to believe they're going to try to run the football some more, whether it's with Conrad or a couple of their running backs, tailback. Penalty flag here thrown for the near side. Substitution coming in here for the Spartans. Lathan Lucas comes into his linebacker spot. As Spearfish, I believe, going with a 4-3 look defensively.
Yeah, they've mixed up some for defensive fronts. They do with a 4-3. They're traditionally a 3-down lineman with a 3-down alignment with a nose guard and then 2 defensive linemen. But they've done a little bit of both. They've done with a 4-3. They've had a few 3-down fronts. And of course, with T-Area, they're so multiple on offense. Probably doesn't hurt to have different alignments with different formations, especially with as many counters and read option plays that T-Area has in their arsenal.
So T-Area comes to the line of scrimmage here. It's 2nd down and 6 to go. After the rush, the pass is incomplete. It was intended for number 25, Carter Brown, a running back for the Titans, and he just dropped it.
He was honestly lucky to drop on that one, as even if he caught the ball right there, there's 2 Spearfish Spartan defenders that was waiting in the arms for him. And he might have been hit after he took a step and might have caused a fumble as well.
Spearfish Spartans have had about 4 seasons of growth and growing success here in the football program. However, when you have a new head coach taking over, sometimes you have some changes that get implemented. Sometimes it goes reverse-wise of what you want to do. But it looks like so far with head coach Tom Teason, a former Spearfish Spartan himself, is leading the team from the sideline here, along with about 7 different assistant coaches with headsets on and taking care of their groups out there.
In that last play, that was pretty much all of the T-Area offensive line. Running back was stopped short, about approximately 4 yards short, and then the offensive line got behind their running back and just bowled over the entire defense for Spearfish, getting the first down.
We're getting late in the first quarter. About 90 seconds left to go here in this first quarter of play. That's seen Spearfish get 2 touchdowns, a touchdown pass, and a pick 6. So they lead at 14-0. Vavruska's been the one kicking the point after, so he's 2 for 2. Spearfish has recovered a fumble, and they've picked off a pass, and they've stopped the Titans on a 4th down. So all stat lines point to Spearfish advantage here as we come up on 1 minute left to go in the first quarter. Now out of the shotgun will be the Titans quarterback, Brenner Conrad. He looks around. He's got dual receivers on each side, so he has plenty of targets on this passing down. And it's caught over there by Cole McKinney. McKinney goes out of bounds, and he picks up the first down on that passing catch.
Just a simple little out route on the twin side of the formation. Spearfish defenders, they were hip to hip on the backdrop, so of course when it comes to that quick out route, they had plenty of room, the receiver did, to make the play.
Coach Teason said earlier this week there is optimism within the camp, and after a couple weeks of training sessions and practices, the maroon, black, and white are ready to go up against somebody else. And here this evening, They're up 14-0 on a perennial power and 11-man football, the T-Area Titans. 43 seconds left to go here in the first quarter as that stop clocked, as the clock was stopped there after it went out of bounds. Quick run here by the Titans, number 14, Cole McKinney. He caught the pass last time, now he runs it. Coming in for Spearfish to get on the offensive or the defensive line will be Leighton Loop.
Yeah, for the Titans on that last play, number 14 for the Titans, Cole McKinney. He's been played slot receiver. Now he was what us football nerds call a B-back in a wing offense, as he went in motion, took the sweep off that misdirection, but number 22 for the Spartans, Lathan Lucas, was not fooled. And if you're a Spartans fan, couldn't ask for a much better first quarter of action to kick off your home slate and your 2024 season.
Recovering a fumble, picking off a pass, scoring 2 touchdowns, making both of your point afters, and stopping the Titans on a 4th down. That sums it up in the first quarter as the Spartans have a 14-0 advantage. The Titans still have the football, though, when we come back with more high school football coverage on KDSJ Sports.
20 years, there's been a better alternative for car repair in Spearfish and the Northern Black Hills. It's Auto Doctor, with their 2 ASC certified mechanics who each have over 40 years of experience, and their state-of-the-art facility. They'll treat your vehicle like it's theirs. From mechanical repairs, brakes, alignments, tires, AC work, and more, Auto Doctor also provides advanced diagnostics. From Audis to Volkswagens, if your car is ill, we're the pill. Auto Doctor off Exit 14 Heritage Drive, Spearfish. 1 but 2 great locations in Spearfish to gas up and get what you need on the go. Exit 8 and Exit 14 Speedy Marts offer everything you need so you can get in and get out and get back on the road. Find your favorite snacks and a cold drink, or maybe something fresh from the kitchen or in the cold case. It's all homemade right here. And Exit 8 and Exit 14 offers top-tier fuels from Phillips 66, so you get the most from your transportation. Exit 8 and 14 Speedy Marts in Spearfish. Right off the road, right on the money.
And back here at Lyle Hair Stadium, we flip sides. Now the Titans will be going right to left here in the second quarter as they go into some of the sunshine here in Spearfish. And we got movement on the line of scrimmage. Of course, everybody's pointing fingers the other way.
Could be on the left guard for T-Area, I do believe.
T-Area on offense there. Getting penalized again on that side of the football as we begin the second quarter. Spartans up 14-0 on a touchdown reception in the red zone, as well as a interception by Walters that he returned 22 yards for a touchdown. The pick 6 as the Spartans leading the number 3 ranked T-Area Titans 14-0. Out of the shotgun is Conrad for the T-Area Titans as he looks to pass, and it will go incomplete. Diving for the interception try was number 5 for the Spearfish Spartans. Not on our roster, so I'm going to say that 5 is looking like a 6. And that's Hunter Walters.
That was the first time you saw T-Area go spread in this game. Had 4 wide receivers, 2 to each side. Tried that out route that they got on this last drive down here. And that time, Conrad just missed his marks, making it now 3rd and 15.
Coach T's and staff on the near sideline late to get these guys on the field as they come in defensively. Play clock is down to 3. Here's Conrad to pass. Looks down the field and just goes a little short route to the 30, to the 25. Almost broke a tackle, and he's down at around the 22-yard line. That passing catch, number 14 for the T-Area Titans. That would be Cole McKinney. Another reception for him.
Spearfish came with a blitz on that play and had some traffic as Spearfish pulled out of it late. And then McKinney, he found some open room, turned on the jets, but Hunter Walters stops him short. And T-Area, when you're a perennial powerhouse in a Class AA, you're going for it on 4th and 2.
4th and short here for the Titans. It's a 4th and 2 from the Spartans' 23-yard line. Here's the handoff, and the Spartans stop him for the second time tonight on 4th down.
I believe that was number 40 for the Spartans. Came up from the linebacker position on a fullback dive. Aiden Kraut.
And Kraut makes the tackle there, shy of the first down. So a turnover on downs on this first drive of the second quarter for the T-Area Titans as they turn the ball over on downs.
The Spearfish Spartan defense, they've came to play here against number 3 ranked T-Area. When it gets into the red zone, just outside the red zone technically on this play, on this drive, last drive for T-Area, but nonetheless, the Spearfish Spartans, they're getting it done on the defensive side of the ball. Can that lead to offense? We'll see. And this will be Spearfish throwing it, making the catch. Number 11 for the Spartans is Cade Vavruska, and the sophomore makes the catch. The kicker can catch too. It was a nice little scramble out by Crooks. Looked like he had to run. That's when the defender pulled off of Vavruska, came up to try to tackle the quarterback, and that left Vavruska all open for a Spearfish first down. Spearfish working on now over 30 yards passing in this game. And here is the quarterback getting sacked back behind the line of scrimmage, all the way back inside the 25 to the 23. As Darren Crooks and Jack Hyatt have been the two quarterbacks for Spearfish in this contest. We haven't seen many pass attempts. 4 so far for Spearfish. And again, the scoring summary so far, Darren Crooks passed to Dylan Dorn for a touchdown. That was a 20-yard touchdown reception. That capped off a 3-play, 35-yard drive in the first quarter. And then they picked off a pass for a touchdown. As T-Area was bringing the blitz, Spearfish throws it. It is caught, but it also will be behind the line of scrimmage. No gain after the catch. So far for Spearfish, leading the team in tackles has been Lathan Lucas with 3 tackles. And Brenner Conrad for T-Area has now 2 solo tackles and 1 assisted tackle. Spearfish rotating quarterbacks. Again, Crooks was in there trying to get the screen play. But T-Area was not fooled as there was about 3 Titans waiting for Walters. Here's the pass again, and this one will be off the hands of intended receiver for the Spartans. Number 4, Dylan Doran, unable to make the catch. And looks like this will be a 4th down for Spearfish. They have punted twice so far this evening. This will be their 3rd as the special teams unit comes on. That was a chance to be a big play for the Spartans. Just that slant route by the receiver. He couldn't quite get the separation. Again, the chase down speed from the Titans there could not get to Dylan Doran. Here's the punt by Spearfish. It's high in the sky. Goes to about midfield. That's where they will fair catch it. The T-Area Titans have fair caught all 3 punts so far, so no returns whatsoever on the special teams game for the T-Area Titans. As we go back to the Spearfish Spartans, getting to know this new team kind of for this year under a new head coach, Tom Teason. He says they are a great group of young men. They've really built a good culture amongst themselves where they're all really playing for each other, and that's good to see. He says he's excited about their potential on and off the field as young men for the Spearfish Spartans. As Coach Teason stepping into a program that has changed significantly since Dalton Wademan took over 5 years ago. Spartans went through a 25-game losing streak in there. That was the longest in the state at the time, but they broke that streak. And now with Coach Teason moving forward with a growing program, he'll be given a team with both experience and a little bit of tenacity. Yeah, Spearfish, not just Spearfish, but West River teams in general. In the past, they've been bullied by East River teams and, of course, Pierre. But then again, Pierre has bullied everyone for the past 7+ years. But no, the improvement shown from the Spearfish Spartans every single year, and then the younger kids, they're starting to grow up, fill out, and fill some needed spots from each senior each year.
4 receivers out there for the Titans, and it is caught behind the line of scrimmage, and then the receiver loses his helmet. They are maybe going to call this a horse collar as there is a flag on the field. Riley Zvenda made the catch, and then the tackler ripped off his helmet, and we're going to see if that's the call.
Yeah, I believe they'll get Dylan Doran with a horse collar tackle. Was a great play by Doran. He pushed his blocker right straight back into the receiver. Was there to make the play, but grabbed him by the back of the helmet and ripped it off, and that is illegal in the game of football.
So with that penalty, that'll move it across midfield. They would call it a 15-yard face mask penalty on the Spearfish Spartans. So a 1st and 10 for the T-Area Titans as they cross midfield. 8:26 left to play here in the second quarter, as they go into what is the sun here at Lyle Hair Stadium. And it's going to be a quarterback keeper as he carries it across the 30 down to around the 25-yard line. And then Conrad will go out of bounds in his friendly territory. That's the T-Area Titans sideline is where he went out of bounds.
Yeah, it's 6'4", 220-plus pounds, that quarterback running downhill. It's going to be hard for anyone to stop, let alone a bunch of high school kids here in Spearfish.
Let's talk a little bit about the assistant coaches with head coach Tom Teason moving up the ranks here in the Spartan coaching program. Assistant coaches include Darren Douglas, Cody Powers, also Brady Sudbeck, Bailey Norton, Bryce Harkless, also Mason Kuipers, all on the assistant coaching staff. A lot of them have played some good football at high schoolers in the past, as T-Area trying to go to the ground and pound a little bit here to try to wear down that D-line of the Spearfish Spartans here in the second quarter. They'll pick up some yards there, but now it is going to be a 2nd down and 8 to go.
T-Area trying to get the running game now, this time with the quarterback. Again, a 6'4", 220-pound quarterback running downhill. Just a short gain, but that does wear on a defender.
As T-Area will have it offensively here, trying to get into the red zone as they're at the 22 right now. A 2nd and 8. Delayed handoff, and then it's going to be a pitch, and the option is going to work here for the T-Area Titans as they go far side, get inside the 20, inside the 10. Some good yards there by T-Area Titans.
Yeah, just a old school veer option. Read the defensive end between the quarterback and the fullback, and then quarterback takes it on the outside, the very outside containment. Usually the corner came up to tackle the running back, left no one on the outside, and now T-Area in business.
And a timeout will be called here on the field as 7:22 left to play in this second quarter as the Spearfish Spartans are up 14-0 on the third-ranked T-Area Titans. As we say thanks to some of our sponsors here on a Football Friday, we want to say thanks to Jenks Collision Repair with a location right here in Spearfish on East Colorado Boulevard. Also location over in Sturgis on Junction Avenue. We're broadcasting live here from the Monument Health Orthopedics and Sports Medicine broadcast booth. Thanks to Monument Health for being one of our title sponsors once again for the 2024 fall sports season. They are the official sports medicine provider to several area high schools in the Black Hills and northeastern Wyoming. Earlier tonight, we laid the foundation on the 2024 high school football season. That was being brought to you by Heiserling Concrete. You can give them a call at 605-210-2320 as we lay the foundation for the Spartans and the Titans for this season. And our matchup has the number 3 T-Area Titans taking on the Spearfish Spartans and a Class 11 AA clash here on opening night. And that's part of our matchup menu being brought to you by Beef Logic and the South Dakota Beef Industry Council. First and goal for the T-Area Titans, and after the timeout, we will have a penalty flag. What in the wide world of sports could this be?
You know, that is the million-dollar question that I don't quite know off the top of my head. They will have a false start against a T-Area. Again, that motion looks like they were going to try to do a reverse out of under center, get Spearfish out of position. but had a little bit of a head start,
First down and goal.
which again is legal in the game of football.
Spearfish Spartans bring into this season 13 seniors and some high hopes to win against some of the state's strongest opponents. Well, that would be T area tonight. As here is Conrad, the quarterback, and he'll take it himself down inside the 5 before he's tackled there by the Spearfish Spartans. And that'll bring up another down inside the 5-yard line for T. As they're on the doorstep, they're knocking on the door. Can they kick it in? It is going to be a 2nd and goal now from the 4.
Again, trying to get Conrad, the battering ram, at quarterback. And again, of course, on the tackle again for Spearfish, number 22, Leighton Lucas. He's been busy on the defensive side, and he's going to need a nice bath, ibuprofen, and then some after this game after tackling quarterback that many times.
2nd and 4, going with the run, and it's the quarterback keeper stretching out across the goal line, and he is in for a 4-yard touchdown run. It is the quarterback for the T-Area Titans, and that is for the T-Area Titans, Brenner Conrad, the quarterback / linebacker, and 6'4", he has that length that he can stretch that football out over the goal line, and that's what he did there, the junior quarterback. And then what kind of things are we going with this weird kind of format for the point after, but then everybody comes to the middle of the field?
That is what we call a swinging gate on special teams. It's just to see if Spearfish is disciplined enough to line up the correct way in case they have a numbers advantage for a little quick out for a 2-point conversion. But Spearfish, they got her done, and it's blocked.
We saw Sturgis do that last year on special teams, the swinging gate. And then Lathan Lucas, we talked about him throughout the game so far. He comes up with a special teams play this time and gets the block on the point after. So every little point counts. And right now, 14-6. It is the lead for the Spearfish Spartans. We'll have a kickoff when we come back with Friday Night Football on KDSJ Sports.
Oh, how quickly the seasons change in the Black Hills. Hi, it's Brandon Kemp from Superior Auto Solutions in Spearfish. Summertime equals a lot of summer driving, whether it's to and from work or hitting the road for that big summer vacation. Superior Auto Service Department can handle all kinds of repairs, from new tires, brakes, and oil changes to steering and suspension problems. And to keep cool, we can handle your AC recharge. Check us out online now at superioroutosd.com.
I'm Cody
or
Oliver
stop
along
by
with
today at
Clayton
642
Davis
East
tonight
Colorado.
on KDSJ Sports, as we run things here for radio and TV on opening night. Check things out over at YouTube and Facebook Live for video. And the commentary is right over top of the video, so you get everything over there. But if you're driving around, we don't want you to be driving and looking at video, so keep it right here on KDSJ 980 and 103.5 in the Northern Black Hills for all the coverage as we kick off the high school football season. And Spearfish will get a return here, and it's a nice one across midfield. Here goes Dylan Doran all the way to the house. As you can hear from the Spearfish Spartan faithful underneath of us, it's a touchdown, no flags on the field.
Special teams making special plays from special players, or however the hell that goes. Anyways, Dylan Doran going straight down the sideline. The defense and the special teams carrying Spearfish to now, again, a 2-touchdown lead. We do have a flag.
That was after the play was dead, so then that probably says some extracurricular talking and maybe pushing. I don't think it would be a hold or a block in the back on the way down the field.
It was thrown at the 45-yard line on the opposite side of the field. So if it was a hold, it would have been clear down on Spearfish's side. So it could be something extra after the play. Past 2 plays for Spearfish from special teams, a blocked PAT and now a potential kick return for a touchdown by Dylan Doran. He's been making plays on the defensive side from his defensive back position, and now he's making impact on special teams. Doran, the senior. Seen him in basketball with KDSJ. He's going to be a leader on that team again this year, as we're getting the call. After the play, a personal foul against Spearfish. And a personal foul against T area. So they'll be offsetting personal fouls. So will that make them a re-kick? Because normally with offsetting personal foul penalties,
they've put the points on the board. They have the football marked at the 2-yard line.
Yep, touchdown will still stand for Spearfish. As it should. It was after the play, so I figured it would probably be something like that, but I'm not wearing the stripes.
Neither of us should.
But still, Spearfish special teams, back-to-back plays, blocking a PAT after giving up a touchdown, and now responding with a kick return, a touchdown themselves.
Got some movement on the line, it looks like, by the Titans before the kick here, as Vavruska will be the kicker. And they get the call to the official, and it is on the Titans.
So does Spearfish still remain content with a PAT, or
go for 2 maybe? Can't move the football too far. Poor referee is getting attacked by gnats down there. Or a bee. Here's the point after attempt again. This one is no good by Vavruska this time, as he made the first 2 but misses that one. So special teams all over the place. We had a blocked point after by Spearfish. Then Spearfish returned the kickoff for a touchdown, and then the point after by Vavruska is no good. So all that said and done, it's 20-6. Spearfish with 3 touchdowns here in the first half, as they have the advantage here with 6:23 left to go in the first quarter. As we say thanks to some more of our sponsors here on a Football Friday. And we want to say thanks to the South Dakota Attorney General's Office, Division of Consumer Protection. Also, Dana Dental Arts, where a beautiful smile is always in style, always a great sponsor for the Spearfish Spartans, no matter what sport. As we play here in the second quarter, 6:23 left. And the Spartans up 20-0, getting the job done on a 20-yard touchdown pass to Doran. And then it was a 22-yard pick 6 by Walters. And then Doran with the kickoff return for a touchdown for the Spartans.
We do have an update from our Junix Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram scoreboard. Wall Eagles and Hardin County Bison so far with 7 minutes left to go in the second. Wall 28, Hardin County 8. So there's an update from that game going on at AP Penn Field up in northwest South Dakota.
Legendary Ab Penn Field. Let's get it right, please.
Legendary. The Nebraska kids still learning the South Dakota
lingo of 9-man football in northwestern South Dakota.
You guys have 3 more players on the field than what I had. Still getting used to that.
Here they have 5 more. We're playing 11-man football. You played 6-man.
I only have 10 fingers, and I only had to use 6 of them back then. So, Cody Kilgore Education.
Nebraska.
Absolutely.
Let's see. Wyoming plays some 6-man football. Hewlett, I think, is playing 6-man this year. And kicking off for the Spearfish Spartans will be Sam Marcus. So they have a different place kicker than they do kicking off. And this one will go out of bounds, so that'll be a penalty on Spearfish. So Spearfish has had 3 punts so far. They've had 3 touchdowns. One on a touchdown pass, another one on a pick six, so thank you, defense. And then another one on a kick return, so thank you, special teams. All three phases of the game are coming through here for Spearfish so far. And I'm more impressed with the defense, getting 2 fourth down stops, getting a fumble recovery, and also getting that pick six.
Especially against this big physical T area offense. Of course, they had to make the trip over here to Lyle Hair Stadium. They did get a touchdown, a physical touchdown run on that last drive. Now see what they do on offense here.
And this will be handed off for the T area Titans. Might see a horse collar or face mask here on this play, as Wilson gets the tackle on number 14, Cole McKinney. But I think he grabbed a piece of the front of the helmet there as the officials talk things over. Plenty of penalties here in game number 1 as the officials are calling it tight. And both of these teams, the first game of the season. Not as many false start or holding penalties as I thought there would be.
Oh, you might have just jinxed them. That is holding on T area. First game jitters, a lot of missed assignments. Sometimes tackling is not as good as you'd want it to be later in the season. A lot of penalties. Of course, special teams blunders if you're the opposite team. Special teams plays if you're on the winning side of it. But all things expected here in game 1 for both teams. A long season ahead, so expected to see some of these struggles early in this contest.
That penalty again was on T area, so they'll start this drive 1st and 19 from their own 26. As they go right to left here in the second quarter, looking to pass downfield, has a man, he's beat his defender, makes the catch inside Spartan territory, and the passing catch credited there for the Titans going downfield. Riley Zvenda gets the catch, the wide receiver, 5'10", 165, one of the veterans on the Titan squad as a senior making the catch. He just outran his defender. He had to go back a little bit, wait for that football to come down, made the catch, and not much after the catch, but a big gain for the first down.
Yeah, Svanva, he just flat outran his defender. That was Dylan Doran playing the cornerback position. Dylan might have been on that play action, and now we're back in action again.
So from the pass, that sets up the run, and they're going to run it inside the 30 to about the 28. Spearfish last year played 4 Black Hills Conference games. This year they're only played 2. And the first one won't be until October 11th against Douglas, and then the other one is against Sturgis.
Yeah, that new rule here in the state of South Dakota, Class AA teams can no longer play Class A teams. So Spearfish not allowed to play. It used to be St. Thomas More, Belle-Fourche, Custer, not allowed to play these teams this year.
Even Hot Springs, Rapid City Christian. Here's the pass. It is incomplete. Good defense again by Spearfish. Going man-to-man, that's Dylan Doran.
Yeah, they've been picking on Doran early and often. I bet they're still mad at him from that kick return just moments ago. Pass was a little high. A receiver had to stop and go up to grab it, and Doran had a chance to recover.
5:26 left to go here in the second quarter as the T-Area Titans have the football as we get into the 7 o'clock hour on a Friday night underneath the lights at Lyle Hair Stadium. Nice field here in Spearfish as the football team has been practicing, getting ready for their first home game next Saturday for the Yellow Jackets. And here's Conrad. He's going to keep it, then ducks down before Doran could tackle him, and then he loses his footing right at about the 20-yard line. And that is going to be good enough for a T-Area Titans first down as they did score on their last drive. We'll see if they can put together another 6 points here.
Yeah, Conrad, he had options. It was just 3rd and 1, so even if he didn't have his first or second reads open, he could easily scamper for the first down. And that was the case. Spearfish played shallow in their coverage, and Conrad just had to take a few steps and get the first down.
Lathan Lucas getting worked on the trainer's table here on the Spearfish Spartans sideline as the training staff is putting some athletic tape around the hand from his thumb down inside his hand as they're working on him on the trainer's table. And we mentioned Lucas's name a lot. He is a junior, returning All Black Hills Conference performer from last year. So he's not playing defense right now. He is a running back on offense, so as he gets worked on, the T-Area Titans are driving down the field, and it's a 2nd and 9 from the Spartans' 19-yard line. 4:18 left to play before halftime. 20-6, Spartans lead. Here is the snap back to the quarterback, and he will run it himself. Inside the 15, inside the 10, spins around, and down to about the 9-yard line. Good athleticism once again by the junior quarterback for the Titans, Brenner Conrad. He is 6'4", 222. So at 6'4", you try to take him down at the legs, and then his legs are long.
They just keep moving.
And he sets himself up now inside the 10 for a 9-yard line. That's going to be a 1st and goal now for the T-Area Titans.
That was just another option play, that time by Conrad, and just a nice simple scamper, and now again 1st and goal.
Going out of the shotgun, he's going to take it himself as one man to beat. Across the goal line he goes, and that's a Conrad touchdown for the T-Area Titans as he gets that from 9 yards out. So 2 touchdowns here in the second quarter for the T-Area Titans, and they're back within 8. So 3:34 left to play here in the second quarter. The Titans score, and again, that's a 9-yard touchdown run by Conrad, his 2nd touchdown run this quarter. As they go for the extra point. Last time it was blocked, and this time there's going to be movement on the Spartan side, I believe, as they went across the line of scrimmage first. T-Area Titans head coach Scott Fry. Talked with him earlier today on their bus ride over. Asked him if they had any new transfers in. It's not as big as transfer portal, but sometimes you have kids transferring, especially around the Sioux Falls area. And he goes, no, T is growing as a school. They just went AA now for all other sports, but he said most of the really good athletic kids want to go someplace in Sioux Falls. But T is just right outside of Sioux Falls.
They look to go for 2 now.
And they will get it. So the 2-point conversion, so they make up for that extra point that they had blocked, and they get the 2-point conversion there. T-Area and Harrisburg, the 2 schools in the state that are really growing here, and that certainly helps with a football program when it's all about numbers. It is 3:34 left to play before halftime. 20-14, Spartans have the advantage. We'll come back with more Friday Night Football on KDSJ Sports right after this.
Goldust Casino invites you to try the new menu items now being offered at Maverick Steak and Cocktails. Watch the action as you dine inside the Goldust Casino with tables overlooking the gaming floor. Enjoy over 210 of the newest slot machines and table games in Deadwood. And use your club card for great discounts at the 2 hotels right in the middle of the action. Get reservations today by calling 605-559-1400 or visiting goldustdeadwood.com.
Cody Oliver back with you here at Lyle Hair Stadium on the campus of Black Hills State University in Spearfish. Black Hills State Yellow Jackets will begin their season a week later than everybody else, as they will get things started next Saturday afternoon with a noon kickoff right here on KDSJ at this very field. So T-Area, we haven't seen any trickery from anybody so far, offense or defense, so a straight line drive kick, and it's getting returned here by Spearfish. Maybe we can get another nice return, and he's tripped up and down. That's Hunter Walters, as he is down there at about the 42-yard line. Yes, we do have a penalty flag at the end of the play. So we will check things out and see what the officials have here. Coming up at a halftime report being brought to you by Wolf's Plumbing and Heating. We will recap the scoring summary from the first half, have some of your stat leaders, and maybe total up how many penalties we've had in this first half and who has the advantage there. Turnovers, there's been 2 turnovers on T area. Both have resulted in scores by the Spearfish Spartans.
Yeah, if your T area just keeping control of the ball, and again, that special teams play, they about had another long special teams return for a touchdown from Spearfish, this time from Hunter Walters. But yeah, if your T area just, you're playing good, your offense is starting to get into a roll, and now you just have to get it done on defense.
That penalty on Spearfish there on the return. And now the 2 officials, one will throw a flag to the other one as they put it back in their waistband. Spearfish will start this drive now. 1st and 10 from their own 27 with 3:27 left to play in the first half with a 20-14 lead. Spearfish will hand it off. T area Titans with a nice tackle there at the line of scrimmage. Darren Crooks, not much room there to run for Spearfish off the tackle.
Yeah, no gain. Crooks playing running back and quarterback. Nice little change of pace quarterback for the Spartans.
Program here for Spearfish getting a little bit of a slight change in identity, as senior offensive lineman Asher Peel is not playing tonight. He's one of their leaders coming in as a senior and a big lineman, trying to fill some holes that they missed from Robbins not playing this year for Spearfish. As the run there by Spearfish, it's Darren Crooks, as they've used 2 different quarterbacks. Looks like Coet likes to throw it more, and then Crooks is more of a scramble and maybe an option type quarterback as he uses his legs and athleticism. Last year was a lot of slinging by Seth Hamilton before he got hurt, and the season just went down with all those injuries last year. And then the second string for Spearfish was just way too young to go up against those tough teams that they saw at the end of the year. Here is a handoff and some room to run. A lot of green grass. Number 33, Mick Bosch, down inside the 10, down inside the 5 for the Spartans. We look around the field. There is no penalty flags. A nice run by Spearfish, opening up the floodgates there at the line of scrimmage. And Bosch was able to scamper inside the 10, down inside the 5-yard line. First time we mentioned him. He's a junior, 5'4", so not much height, but 5'4", 130. The bowling ball going down the field, and Mick Bosch getting the big gain there for Spearfish.
Give him a nice little juke, a little dead leg on a defender, sent him flying the other way, and now Bosch, welcome to the ball game. And now Spearfish, a 1st and goal.
Can they get it done here in the red zone as they hand it off this time to Evan Wilson? And Wilson will get back to about the line of scrimmage, so it's 2nd and goal. Talked about the offensive line, kind of had to move around a little bit here already in game 1 with Asher Peel, the senior offensive lineman, not playing tonight, but they made some holes open up there. A couple plays to go to that Bosch get through.
As you look at the training table, looks like Hunter Walters getting his calf looked at.
Like a rolling pin out there on the back of his leg. And trying to scramble. Here's Crooks. He gets out of bounds right by the down marker, so maybe back to the original line of scrimmage. And the T area Titans are standing tall here. And a 3rd down is going to be coming up, 3rd and goal here for Spearfish.
Crooks trying to use his speed to get to the outside. Of course, T area brought a blitz over to Crooks' left side. He got around it, but then again, there was just numbers and the angle was not on his favor. Did get back to the original line of scrimmage, but now you're faced with a 3rd and goal. Want to take advantage of Bosch's big run here and get a score right before halftime.
1:05 left to go before halftime. Here's a pass play back behind the intended receiver in the end zone, and it goes incomplete. Clock stops at 1 minute left to go in the second quarter. So now 4th and goal for Spearfish after that big run by Bosch. They haven't gained a yard, and it's now 4th and 4.
At that time, tried getting that slant route over to Dylan Dorn. Had got him a few times. It's been open, but that time the defender really physical with Dorn off the line of scrimmage, and he couldn't quite get separation. Crooks just had to get rid of it. He had pressure in his face, and also might have been a predetermined read as well. But
play clock down to 4, down to 3. Spearfish maybe not going to get this play off in time. T area does come across the line of scrimmage. So we'll see what came first, the chicken or the egg. Was it the play clock going down to 0, or was it T area coming across the line of scrimmage? I am going to say it was the play clock going down to 0.
Yeah, it was a play clock down to 0, and especially from a defender standpoint, when you know the play clock is down to that low a number, you have a little more leeway to get a jump on the offense because they are on a clock too. You know exactly when the offense will go snap. So I believe they will call that on a Spearfish for the clock running out. Yep, they will call a delay of game.
It'll stay 4th down. They'll back him up 5 yards. So now it'll be 4th and 9.
Try for a field goal. Got to get points if you are Spearfish out of this drive.
Vavruska will be set to kick. It'll be about a 26-yard field goal. And it is blocked. We could hear it from up here. The big old swat down. Now the Titans pick it up. Will this count for anything, or are they just practicing?
No, I think this is actually live. That is a live ball, and that's a T area touchdown.
They swatted it down at the line of scrimmage. The officials did not whistle the play dead, and he picks it up, takes it back for a 6. Again, special teams coming up big. We have one T area Titan with a cramp on the field way back at the 15. Now the T area Titans are not really celebrating a whole lot after that touchdown as they talk with the officials to see if any of this all counted.
I believe what the rule is that if the ball is blocked and goes behind the line of scrimmage, it is live for both teams.
Which it was.
So Spearfish could have picked it up as well. T area could pick it up as well. If it went in front of the line of scrimmage, the offense cannot advance it. If the ball was blocked and it passed the line of scrimmage, only T area can advance it. So either way, T area could advance that blocked kick.
And they did, all the way down the field, 90 yards for a touchdown, as they help off one of the T area Titans who has a cramp, and maybe more than that because he's not putting any weight on it. They're waiting for him to get off the field down at the 20-yard line, so he goes off the field.
That is Carter Brown, the junior running back slash linebacker.
He was brought up in our afternoon session with the head coach of the T area Titans as a pretty good player. So now it's tied 20-20, just like that. Spearfish gets nothing on that drive off or scoring-wise after the big run by Mick Bosch to set him up at the 4-yard line. The next 4 plays, not 1 yard. They get the 26-yard field goal blocked, and then the T area Titans pick it up, take it all the way down to the other end of the field for 6 points. That will take the momentum and the wind right out of your sails.
And it's just one of those learning moments for Spearfish.
They didn't even try to go after him, tackle him, really.
It's one of those.
Catch that on the KDSJ-TV replay over there.
Oh, I think we can. You need to look at it, but it was one of those plays where you, as a football player, you just kind of had to know that the defense could advance it. I know some states, I know back in Nebraska, once the PAT it wasn't even a PAT, that was a field goal. So it was one of those moments that if you're Spearfish, it's a learning moment. That's 4th down, and that's a live ball.
And here is the point after, and we have another blocked point after. This time, there is a whistle and a flag as well. So they're going to whistle this play dead after the blocked field, or after the blocked point after. And there was probably going to be some movement on the line of scrimmage, as that why they threw the flag.
I believe they will get either probably an offsides call on Spearfish. That's 22 Lathan Lucas. Remember last time Spearfish was jumped off sides on that PAT, that gave T area 1 yard to bulldoze their way in for a 2-point conversion, so they could take the lead by 2.
44 seconds left to play here before halftime.
And that is what they will do.
So the kicking team runs off the field. The offensive and big line comes in to try to get this 1.5 yards in for 2 points on the 2-point conversion, as you're listening to KDSJ sports coverage of high school football on a Friday night. 44 seconds left, tied up at 20-20. We've had all sorts of different scoring options here, and this is a play by the T-Area Titans as they get past the pylon and in for 6 by number 14 for the T-Area Titans, Cole McKinney. Good athlete for T-Area, 6 foot, 146-pound senior running back, gets it in for 2, and you can just tell the Spearfish Spartans are deflated after having that blocked field goal, having T-Area run it back for a touchdown, and then T-Area getting to the outside and getting that 2-point conversion to take their first lead of the game, 22-20.
Yeah, it was just a simple change of momentum. That blocked kick, like you said, Cody, the stadium aura, is that the term that they use now these days? It is deflated after that last sequence of events. Between the block field goal, taken all the way back for a touchdown, jumping off sides on the PAT, giving a T-Area just 1 yard to get the 2-point conversion. And in a game where every point matters, especially in a close contest like this, that could be the difference. Special teams and turnovers, story of the game so far.
I'm going to have a look at the scoring summary real quick, and look how we've done all this after the kickoff by the Titans. And this will be taken by Spearfish inside the 10. This is going to be dangerous. They've had a couple of good returns the last 2 times. That one gets it past the 20-yard line out to about the 22. So Spearfish has scored on a touchdown pass to Dorn. They've scored on a pick 6 by Walters. That was 2 touchdowns that they had in the first quarter. Then here in the second quarter, we've seen 2 block point afters. We've seen a kickoff return for a touchdown. We've seen a blocked field goal get returned for a touchdown. We've seen a 2-point conversion. And then we've also seen Bosch running long ways, get it inside the 5-yard line for Spearfish, and then nothing came out of it as the next 4 plays, not 1 yard. Spearfish looks to throw, and this is caught at the 29 by the Spearfish Spartans. And then going out of bounds right there. So nothing after the catch, as it was a good slant route there for the Spartans. Eichsenberger, I think, with the catch there for the Spartans. Clock is stopped at 33 seconds as he went out of bounds. And here's a man in motion for Spearfish. 2 receivers set. Here's the pass play. It is almost intercepted as blocking it down by the T-Area Titans. Number 12 defensively, Carter Christensen.
We do have a flag. Carter Christensen might have been a little handsy on the receiver. Again, we don't have a number 5 on Spearfish, but yeah, I believe they will get T-Area for either a defensive holding or a defensive pass interference.
So we'll go and see what the hand signals. Push in the back.
That'll be pass interference. So that's a 15-yard penalty and a Spearfish first down. So with 28 seconds and 2 timeouts, Spearfish, they could get something going here at the end of the half.
Spearfish has punted 3 times. No turnovers on Spearfish. Unless you would call the block punt return for a touchdown, I guess. Here is the handoff. T-Area is right there. 4 different guys going right towards the football. And Hunter Walters with the carry.
that could have been disastrous, as Walters looked to have taken the snap and handed it off to the quarterback. Quarterback didn't necessarily take the ball, so Walters just took it himself and again ran into a white and yellow wall.
16 seconds left to play here in the first half. Let's plug KDSJ-TV a little bit. This is our first year of doing it. We did some baseball over the summer for the Spearfish Post 164 Spartans. You were busy doing some other things, from rodeo to the rally and other things, but now focus will probably be on sports here as we dive into the fall sports season. Tell us a little bit more about the new KDSJ-TV.
Thank you, Cody. KDSJ-TV debuting this fall sports season. Again, we had some trial runs and getting some growing pains out during a baseball season. Now hoping to give you guys all of Spearfish Spartans football throughout this season. And of course, we have highlights from activities around the Northern Black Hills. Of course, we did our rally recap on KDSJ on YouTube. We did some stuff about rodeos that we'll continue to do. And of course, we'll give you every single live broadcast right here on KDSJ-TV.
A volleyball match every week and every Spearfish Spartan football game as we go through the fall. This one is dropped by the receiver for the Spearfish Spartans, Dylan Doran. So they go to the air that time, and that brings up 3rd and 9 with 11 seconds left to play here before halftime. Spearfish trying to get something as that last drive, they didn't go for it on 4th down and goal for the 4. They decided to kick a field goal after they were just penalized 5 yards, and then the kick was blocked. T-Area Titans return it for a touchdown, and things have swung the Titans' favor here late in the first half. From the shotgun, here's the Spearfish quarterback rolling out. He's going to take it himself and gets out of bounds with 3 seconds left to play in the first half. And that was Jack Coette with the carry there for Spearfish. They've been dueling quarterbacks here for the Spartans in the first half with him and Darren Crooks. Now they got 3 seconds left. Maybe a Hail Mary, and then you pray for some pass interference, but here at the high school level, the pass interference wouldn't have the football down at the goal line or wherever.
It'd be a 15 yards, and you'd throw it up there again.
3 seconds left. Spartans down by 2 now, 22-20. They've been outscored in this second quarter, 22-6. And maybe another timeout. Let's see. It says on the scoreboard each team has 2 timeouts left.
They would call a delay a game on Spearfish, which if you're trying to get it to the end zone, that does not help you.
Back to the 49-yard line, so almost at midfield as we look down on the yellow jacket and the BHSU logo at midfield. They're right underneath that H of the BHSU on the near hash mark at the 49-yard line. What kind of arm do we have here as the quarterback sets up 4 receivers? T-Area Titans are motioning, get back. And Spearfish scrambles out, and this will be a sack, and that will be the way the first half ends as the momentum switches to the T-Area Titans, thanks to them getting a big stop on the last drive, blocking a punt, returning it for a touchdown, getting a 2-point conversion to take the lead, and now stopping the Spearfish offense right there at midfield with the sack to end the first half. But the Spartans got to be hopeful. They scored 14 points in that first quarter on a couple of touchdowns. They scored another touchdown in the second quarter and some good defensive stops and special teams. They returned a kickoff for a touchdown. So there are some bright spots and already 24 minutes of play.
Like you said, Cody, they have some bright spots, and T-Area thinking you're going to come into Spearfish and run away with a win. This first quarter might have been a little bit of a wake-up call that T-Area needed. After, again, early turnovers and special teams plays, got Spearfish up to a 2-touchdown lead. It stayed like that, but again, the second half of the second quarter was the story of the T-Area Titans. Again, that blocked field goal returned for a touchdown. And, of course, going for 2 and getting 2 straight 2-point conversions as well. They've got T-Area. It's just a 2-point lead. if you're Spearfish, you still got to be happy for how you've played so far. I mean, you have the number 3 team on the ropes here at home for your home opener. The same respect, just mental errors with delay of game penalties, with some, again, that special teams blunder with the blocked PAT returned for a touchdown. And we'll see who makes the correct adjustments in the second half.
And coming up, we have the Wolf's Plumbing and Heating halftime show right here on KDSJ Sports, including KDSJ 980, 103.5, KDSJ980.com, and also with the KDSJ Sports mobile app. And don't forget the video coverage live online as well through YouTube, Facebook Live, and it's KDSJ-TV. We'll be back with your Wolf's Plumbing and Heating halftime show coming up.
For nearly 50 years, Lowe Roofing Incorporated has been the trusted name in commercial roofing across western South Dakota and eastern Wyoming. Family owned and operated since 1975, they bring quality craftsmanship and reliable service to every project, big or small. From repairs to new installations, Lowe Roofing Incorporated covers it all. Protect your business with the experts who care and products that last. Call 1-800-658-4543. Lowe Roofing Incorporated, building a legacy of trust, one roof at a time.
I'm Dr. Jet Rogers at Peak Family Chiropractic and Sports Performance.
We all take different paths in life. That's why we utilize multiple different treatments here at Peak. Our main treatment is our high-level chiropractic adjustment, but we also emphasize the use of cupping, scraping, vibration massage, trigger point therapy, and active care to promote movement, strength, mobility, and most of all, pain relief. Why travel to multiple locations when you can have total wellness under one roof? Stop in today and let's get you to your peak.
You just got a quote from a company and are now being billed for not choosing them. Many contracts have what's referred to as a contingency agreement. These typically state that if you don't go with them, you, after insurance has approved the repair work, will be charged a percentage of the job they quoted. Ask up front if they charge to provide an estimate. Never sign anything that you haven't fully read or understand. If you have any questions, reach out to the South Dakota Office of Attorney General's Consumer Protection Division at 800-300-1986.
Quality food at a fair price. That's what you expect, and that's what you'll get at the Millstone Family Restaurant in Spearfish. Perfect for breakfast, lunch, or dinner, or to grab a bite to eat before or after the game. Choose from daily specials, and a trip to the fresh soup and salad bar is always a hit. Plus, the Millstone can accommodate larger groups, like buses or your next meeting in their private party room. So, if it's just you and a friend or the whole team, get a great meal at a great price. The Millstone Family Restaurant.
And welcome back, everyone,
Spearfish.
to Lyle Hair Stadium on the campus of Black Hills State University in Spearfish. Opening night of high school football here on KDSJ Sports as the third-ranked T-Area Titans go up against the Spearfish Spartans. And this Class 11 AA matchup and non-conference affair between T-Area and Spearfish. Welcome into the Wolf's Plumbing and Heating halftime show. And right here on KDSJ, we want to say thanks, Wolves. 642-5755, or you can see more at wolfph.com. That's WOLFF.com for Wolf's Plumbing and Heating. As we have a look back at this contest in the first half in our scoring summary, the Spearfish Spartans started things off with a couple of touchdowns in the first quarter as they shut out T-Area in that first frame. But things switched to the T-Area Titan side as T-Area scored 3 touchdowns in the second quarter, and they've had a 2-point conversion. They've blocked a field goal and ran that back for a touchdown. And those are some of the things that T-Area has done here in the second quarter to turn the tide and take the lead 22-20. Your scoring summary started off with the Spearfish Spartans scoring first as they recovered a fumble by T-Area. The Titans fumbled the first football on their first play from scrimmage of the year. As then 3 plays later, Darren Crooks pass to Dylan Doran for a touchdown. That was a 20-yard touchdown. That capped off the 3-play, 35-yard drive that took a minute and 27 seconds, and the Spartans were up 7-0 with 9:26 left to play in the first quarter. Later on in the first quarter, it was T-Area Titans quarterback Brenner Conrad threw an interception to Hunter Walters, and then Walters returned it for the touchdown. So that was a 29-yard touchdown return, so a pick six. And that made the score 14-0 as Wawruska made the point after, so he was 2 for 2 on point afters. Spearfish was up 14-0 at the end of the first frame. We go over to the second quarter. T-Area Titans got on the board as their quarterback, Brenner Conrad, had a quarterback keeper for a touchdown. And then the point after kick was blocked by Lathan Lucas. So that drive was 7 plays, 52 yards, took 2 minutes and 47 seconds off the clock. But T-Area, despite not making the extra point, they got on the board to make it 14-6 with 6:29 left to play in the second quarter. 6 seconds later, Spearfish returned the kickoff for a touchdown, and that was Dylan Doran with the return for a touchdown. It was 56 yards, and that made it 20-6 as the point after by Wawruska was no good. It was blocked. Then later on in the quarter, second quarter still, T-Area Titans get a quarterback keeper touchdown for the second time by Brenner Conrad, their junior quarterback. The point after was good to make it 20-14, and that was a 2-point conversion that they converted there. So it was 20-14 with 3:34 left to play in the first half. Then Sam Marcus attempted a 26-yard field goal. It was blocked by Chase DeBoer, and then he was recovered by Marshall Smythe. Now, a key thing about this, as it was blocked, then the ball went backwards, I guess you would say. It didn't go forward, it went backwards, so still live ball, but the only team that could recover it and advance it was the T-Area Titans.
Yeah, it's just one of those. It's just one of those moments in the game where it's a learning moment when you're Spearfish. And the ball gets blocked behind, and again, everyone just kind of looked to stand around thinking the play was over. Meanwhile, T-Area was about 40 yards down the other end of the field running back to tie the game up. So just moments like that. Again, it is game one. We've seen a lot of flags, a lot of false starts on T-Area, a lot of offsides for Spearfish, especially on the PATs, and tackling, some face masks, some horse collars, high tackling as well. So a lot of game one jitters from really both teams. And again, T-Area again up by 2. Spearfish, that still has a sour taste in your mouth, especially after a long run by Spearfish, that drive that resulted in that blocked kick. They were driving the ball on T-Area, again the number 3 team in the state. And even down by 2, if you're Spearfish, you have to make a few adjustments, and you're still in this ball game. You still have to recover, get your head straight after that kind of debacle of the end of the second quarter. But again, if you're Spearfish, you're right in this ball game.
Again, it was Mick Bosch with a 62-yard run, setting Spearfish up with first and goal at the 4, and they got nothing out of that drive. Ended with a blocked field goal by Chase DeBoer. It was recovered by Marshall Smythe. He ran it all the way back for a touchdown. Now, talked about Spearfish not knowing what was going on. Smythe knew exactly what he was doing. He's a senior for the Titans. When he picked up that football, he never looked back as he went all the way for the touchdown. And the point after was good. So that gave the 2-point lead to the T-Area Titans, 22-20 here at halftime. Also running down the first half stats, there was 10 first downs for T-Area, 6 for Spearfish. Rushing yards, only 6 rushing yards for Spearfish. And, 6 first downs for Spearfish. They had net 69 rushing yards. Let's see, passing yards, advantage T-Area, 57-55. And total offensive plays, 10 for T-Area, 40. Let's see, 194 yards. And Spearfish with 24 offensive plays and 104 yards of total offense. So 90-yard difference in offensive production right there, advantage T-Area Titans. And there's been 2 turnovers on the T-Area Titans. They've thrown an interception and they've lost a fumble. Spearfish with no turnovers in the first half. Penalties, 9 for 77 yards for the T-Area Titans. There's been 9 penalties as well for Spearfish for 54 yards. Possession time, advantage T-Area by about 4 minutes. 22-20, T-Area Titans with the lead at halftime. And ever since that blocked field goal for a return, Spearfish was deflated from the fans to the players. We'll see if this halftime can kind of reset things and get it going for the second half. We still have to look at your Junix Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram scoreboard and also let you know who's going into the Spartan Hall of Fame. We'll do that when we come back in a minute on KDSJ Sports.
Jake's Collision Repair has built their reputation by offering the highest quality, guaranteed repairs in the area. Satisfied customers return again and again for everything from collision repair to custom paint, glass and windshield, and the best hail repair in the region. They're preferred by most insurance companies and work with all of them. Jake's Collision Repair of Spearfish and Sturgis. Give them a Google today for the best repair on your vehicle, guaranteed.
Tri-State Chiropractic, a better day is an adjustment away.
Dr. Doug Larson, Dr. Jade Larson, and the entire team at Tri-State Chiropractic remind you that life's moments should not be accompanied by pain. Reduce stress, promote healing, and keep your body in peak condition. Go Yellow Jackets from your friends at Tri-State Chiropractic in Belle Fourche.
Tri-State Chiropractic, a better day is an adjustment away.
Spearfish Spartan Pep Band, they've been practicing over the past few weeks. They're here tonight at the football field for the season opener and the home opener tonight between the Spearfish Spartans and the T-Area Titans. As we have a look at a couple more stats for this game before we get into the Junix Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram scoreboard. For the T-Area Titans, their leading rusher has been their quarterback, Brenner Conrad, 11 carries for 68 yards and 2 short rushing touchdowns. He is 4 of 10 passing for 57 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception, no touchdowns. And Chase DeBoer leads the way for Titans on defense. He has a blocked field goal. He has 5 tackles and 2 sacks. For Spearfish, Mick Bosch, that 1 run for 62 yards gets him on the top of the rushing. Hunter Walters has carried the ball 4 times for 5 yards. Passing, they've used 2 quarterbacks. Darren Crooks is 4 of 7 for 25 yards and a touchdown. Jack Coette is 1 of 3 for 10 yards. And receptions, Hunter Walters has 2 catches for -1 yards. Dylan Doran, 1 catch for 20 yards. That was a touchdown catch. Lathan Lucas already with 9 tackles for the Spearfish Spartans. Let's head on over to our Junix Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram scoreboard. Check out Junix on 644 West Jackson and Spearfish. Call 605-644-7773 or see them at junix.com. Here it is 22-20, the T-Area Titans with the advantage over the Spearfish Spartans on opening night. And let's go to the scoreboard. We'll start first in Class 11 AAA tonight as Roosevelt escaped Rapid City Central tonight, 21-19. That was the first game of the night over at Howard Wood Field in Sioux Falls. Number 2, Sioux Falls Lincoln is shutting out Rapid City Stevens 42-0, and they're just at halftime. Sioux Falls Jefferson is leading number 4 Watertown 3-0 in the second. Over to Class 11 AA, which T-Area and Spearfish are both members of. Number 2 Yankton is leading Huron 53-0 at the end of the first half.
Just a slight lead.
It is Mitchell leading Douglas in Mitchell 41-7. That's at halftime. The Sturgis Scoopers, who were receiving some votes in Class 11 AA, they're losing at Brookings right now with 3 minutes left to go in the third quarter. Brookings leads it 24-0 as the Sturgis Scoopers had plenty of shoes to fill for this year's team. And Sioux Falls Jefferson is leading number 4 Watertown 3-0. That's in the second. Over to Class 11A, the Bellefouche Broncs lose tonight at Madison, 41-6 the final score there. Rapid City Christian going across the state to take on top-ranked Canton. And right now in the fourth quarter, with about 5 minutes left to go, it's a 2-point game. Rapid City Christian is leading number 1 Canton 16-14. Custer is at Tri-Valley. Tri-Valley receiving some votes. Custer, though, leading Tri-Valley down in Custer tonight, 13-12. 4 minutes left to go in the third quarter. And that's a look at some of the area teams in 11A. Over to 11B, it's a final from Wessington Springs tonight as 4th-ranked Woonsocket Wessington Springs Sanborn Central, they defeat Lee Deadwood 42-6 on the Junix Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram scoreboard. So 2 road games for Lee Deadwood, 2 losses for the Gold Diggers. They do get on the board in this one. Let's see, Mount Vernon Plankington, they defeated St. Thomas More 36-30. So St. Thomas More goes to 0-2 to begin the year. And Hot Springs is leading Miller Highmore Herald 14-7 with 4 minutes left to go in the third quarter down at Woodward Field in Hot Springs. And 9-man football, let's go to that 9A matchup between number 5 Harding County hosting number 2 Wall. And right now it is halftime with the Wall Eagles up by 20, 28-8 over the Ranchers up in Buffalo. The Hill City Rangers have a 34-0 lead on my hometown, Lemon McIntosh Cowboys. Let's see, 34-0 in the third quarter. Cowboys not looking good there. And that is a look at our Junix Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram scoreboard. Thank you to our roaming reporters across the state. And our Hall of Fame inductee tonight, Rob Corton, from his full-time duties over at the Spearfish Canyon Country Club and his great golf background as a Spearfish Spartan. He goes in as the newest member of the Spearfish Spartan Hall of Fame. He was recognized at halftime. Congratulations to Rob Corton. And we are underway here for the second half of play between the Titans and the Spartans. Here's a good return by the Titans, and they'll get it up all the way to midfield as the return man, number 4. That was Riley Zvenda. As we get ready for the second half of play here from the press box in our Monument Health Orthopedics and Sports Medicine broadcast booth. 11:52 left to go here, third quarter just underway, 22-20 T area. Can they take that momentum that they built up in the second quarter and carry that to the rest of the game? And again, a couple of things for Spearfish, their depth. We've had no injuries, thank goodness, so far for either team. We've had a couple of cramps, but it's the big plays for both teams so far. That's been the difference. Here's a running play for T area, and they're establishing the run to begin the second half, and are they ever? Inside the 15 to about the 10-yard line. Running play there by a guy that I thought we'd be saying his name a little bit more, Sam Wardole with the carry there. The running back, 5'10", 179, great athlete for the Titans as he plays both ways, and he picked up some big yards there to set up the T area Titans down at the 8-yard line.
Just a simple lead play. Again, Wordle I believe that might have been his first carry of the ball game. And he took it and literally ran with it all the way down inside the red zone and T area, looking to build off the momentum they obtained at the end of the second quarter.
That's Clayson Davis. I'm Cody Oliver, back with you for another season of Spearfish Spartan Sports. And a 3-play drive just like that gets the T area Titans into the end zone. Spearfish defense didn't look like they came out of the locker room ready to go, as that was a nice running play, establishing the line of scrimmage, and boom, they're in for 6. T-area Titans up 28-20.
Again, that same thing, simple lead play. Wordle straight through the middle of the defense and in for the touchdown. Now they'll go with the swinging gate again. I believe that's 2 carries by Wordle, and one goes for pretty much the length of the field, and the second one is his first touchdown of the game. And Now looks like T area will set up in a normal PAT. First one of the day was blocked, so we'll see if they can get it recovered, and they'll make it through.
So the point after is good, so it is ending up being a 7-point drive there in just 3 plays. The Tennessee, or not the Tennessee Titans, how about the T area Titans? They have the lead now 29-20. Just like that, 22 seconds in to this third quarter, the Titans march right down the field and they scored the touchdown. Started with a good kickoff up to midfield, so they only had 50 yards to go, and they made it look easy as they get into the promised land to go up 29-20.
Yep, they might have looked, T-area Titans might have looked like the Tennessee Titans according to the Spearfish defense. Were like a hot knife through butter, clear through the defense. Again, just 50 yards to go after that, a great kick return, and all 50 yards were responsible by a number 11 in yellow and white.
That's the T-area Titans. And don't forget, at the conclusion of tonight's broadcast, we'll be choosing the superior performance, courtesy of Superior Auto Solutions in Spearfish. Every player chosen on our broadcast this fall will have a chance to get into the voting, where Superior Auto Solutions will make a donation on behalf of the top vote getter to their school. So stay tuned for more details on that throughout the high school sports season. Thank you to Superior Auto Solutions. Back again as our sponsor, the player of the game in our Superior Performance. Here's the kick return. Spearfish has done a couple of good ones so far. This one would get them up to about the 30-yard line. And now it's going to be the battle, I think, between the 40s probably for both of these teams. Who can hold down the other team defensively? If T-area can get a quick 3-and-out here on Spearfish's offense, Spearfish will be reeling real quick.
Yeah, another football term here, Cody, a little educate yourself on. We call it the swing 8. It's the final 4 minutes of the second quarter and the first 4 minutes of the third quarter, as some research somewhere shows that the team that does the best in that span of 8 minutes has a much better chance of winning the game, and right now that swing 8 is owned by the T-area Titans.
So we've seen a swing gate, right? Is that what you call it?
Gate? Yes.
We've seen the swinging gate, that point after formation, and now you talk about the swing 8.
Correct.
Last 4 minutes of the first half, first 4 minutes of the second half makes perfect sense.
I know this isn't baseball, but the T-area, they are swinging hard at this football contest during the past, say, 30 minutes or so.
29-20 as we've played just a minute of this third quarter, and on the first play of this drive, Spearfish gains 1 yard, so it's 2nd and 9. They've been using 2 quarterbacks here this evening for Spearfish. They've used junior Darren Crooks and also Jack Coet, the juniors. A couple juniors going under center for Spearfish. Again, Jack, I apologize if I mispronounce your last name, but even some of the teachers here didn't know how to pronounce his last name correctly. So we'll try to get a hold of somebody that does. We're going to call him Coet as of right now. And let's see, there is play clock running down to under 15 seconds now. Spearfish just getting the play in from the sidelines as a couple of players have cardboard cutouts with things written on them. I don't know if they're asking for money on the side of the highway or what's going on, but nobody's really on the same page right now, and there's a timeout called by the Spearfish Spartans. So kind of reeling it here. They've gave up a quick touchdown by T-area Titans here in the third quarter, and then people not in their right positions here in game 1. So a timeout, we'll take it with them. Thanks to our sponsors tonight on KDSJ Sports. We're back in 30 seconds.
Self-made easy with help from Proline Equipment Rentals in Belfouche. Whether you're a full-fledged contractor or just taking care of some jobs around your home, Proline has the equipment you need. Lifts for any job, like scissor lifts, boom lifts, and man lifts, skid steers, trenchers, backhoes, and more. Step inside to find smaller tools for do-it-yourself projects like concrete work, painting, sewer repair, and more. Call 723-7677, click ProlineEquipmentRentals.com, or stop by off North Highway 85 in Belfouche today.
from a cozy broadcast booth here in Spearfish at Lyle Hair Stadium. On the campus of Black Hill State, Spearfish comes out of the timeout, looks to throw, and this one is caught on the far side, and then just gets enough, I believe, for the first down as he goes on the far side of the field into enemy territory over there. The pass is caught by Walters, but there is a flag in the backfield.
They will actually get roughing the passer on T area for this penalty, as the defender went low, and you can't hit the quarterback low when at the ankles, that is, when he is releasing the football, being a defenseless player. So I believe either way that will give Spearfish a first down.
Coach Tom Teason in his first year as head coach of Spearfish. He used to be a head coach up at the Lee Deadwood Gold Diggers. He's been the assistant coach here for several years. He's played for Black Hill State. He's played for the Spearfish Spartans. And he's ready for the growth to reach a turning point here for the Spartans. All that the growth that they've had over the past 4 years, they don't want it to come to an abrupt stop. So he knows what his guys are capable of, and he expects that energy to show for the entire season. So with the penalty, that gets him across the midfield to the 45-yard line. So with 10:04 left to play here in the third quarter, Spartans down 29-20, first and 10 for the Spartans. Man in motion goes to the far side. Now it will be a handoff, but the T area Titans meet him right there at the line of scrimmage to bring him down.
Yeah, that is Walters on the carry. Spearfish, they're not going away from that run game. They don't have the size quite like a T area, but still they're going to let them. They're going to carry the ball and carry the rock, try to wear down those big defensive linemen in that front seven from T area. They might not have the size, but they do have the speed and shiftiness. Of course, that long run in the end of the first half showed that.
Here's the pass play. This is caught right in stride for the Spearfish Spartan receiver. A nice catch there by Cade Vadruska, the sophomore wide receiver, making the catch. We've seen him do some kicking duties, and he's a wide receiver, also a defensive back. So that will be a pass play that's good enough for a first down and move those chains.
And if you're Spearfish, you're starting to build a little bit of momentum, especially after having the wind completely come out of your sails at the end of the first half. In plus territory now. Last time you were in the plus territory, it was disastrous. If you're Spearfish, just from a confidence booster, got to get some points.
Here is the quarterback this time for Spearfish. Will be sacked. That's Darren Crooks, the 5'10", 165-pound junior, goes down right around the line of scrimmage. So now that brings up second down here for Spearfish, wearing the maroon helmets, maroon jerseys, and white pants with white numbers across the front and Spearfish across the front. Spartans on the back where your last name would be. They're all Spartans. So that's why the Spartans is on the back right above the white numbers. And for T area, it's white and yellow. White tops, white jerseys, and kind of yellow gold pants with the navy blue helmets. Here is Crooks scrambling out. He's got some room to run inside the 30, inside the 20, and out of bounds at the 15-yard line. And he did what we would say a business decision, is just get out of bounds and not take a hit.
I mean, yes, Spearfish uses two quarterbacks, but that doesn't mean you want your single caller taking hits like that. This is only game one. Got the first down, you're in no sense of making a play or trying to put yourself in more danger. You get yourself into the red zone, and now Spearfish needing to score.
They're down 29-20 up on the Junix Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram scoreboard. And it is a little over 8 minutes left to go here, third quarter on a Football Friday.
Looks to be some confusion.
Some confusion would turn into a lot of confusion now, as the head coach, Tom Teason, will need to burn another timeout. I think you get 3 per half.
He did not call the timeout. That will get called for another delay of game.
Did not get the timeout called in time. So there's still two timeouts left for Spearfish, but that will back him up 5 yards.
Yes, it'll be just a 5-yard penalty, so what was 1st and 10 is now 1st and 15. Fun fact, that is the average yards to gain in 6-man football. It's 15 yards for a first down, so fun fact out there. And now Spearfish having to go 15 yards, and they would be lucky if they even got one on that play.
More 6-man football facts than we thought we would get tonight, but thanks. 7:50 left to play here, third quarter. How many minutes are in a quarter of 6-man football?
How many minutes are in a quarter?
Here, there's 12.
I think it's either 12 or 8. I do not remember. The games flew by so fast.
You did have concussions in football, too.
No, none that they had to know about.
Here is the pass play by Spearfish up in the air and tackled in the end zone, not making the catch, but here come the Hankies. 1 and 2 flags come in.
Yeah, if you're a defender in that situation when you're just beat, you almost had to grab them and try to tackle them. It saves giving up a touchdown. And again, if you're T area last time you were in the red zone, you came away with points yourself, but just a tough break for the defender, and Spearfish, after getting backed up from that delay of game, they have a chance to make up for it and then some after that penalty.
So they will talk things over as, again, the receiver was literally tackled in the end zone. So there is the pass interference, and now they're just going to figure out where to put the football. And it's not going to be at the 1-yard line. It's going to be... Well, it was 2nd and 16 from the 21.
Probably put it at the 9?
The official is currently holding the pigskin and not putting it on the ground anywhere.
This is the first game of the year for the refs, too. Everyone trying to get everything figured out, especially us here up at KDSJ and KDSJ-TV.
You're doing a fantastic job over there, though. You can watch it on YouTube and Facebook Live. No subscription needed. Is that the rumor?
That is not a rumor. That is, in fact, true. No subscription needed. If you have an internet connection and a device, you can watch it for free.
You can listen to it as well on old-fashioned radio. KDSJ 980 1035. And also with the KDSJ Sports mobile app, which is free to download wherever you get your apps. 2nd and 5. So it was a 15-yard penalty, and the Spartans will hand it off. Go right up the gut inside the 10 to about the 5-yard line for Spearfish, and that might be close to a first down.
That was 33 at Bosch on the carry. So Spearfish using a lot of running backs, using a lot of quarterbacks, rotating through, keeping kids fresh, running the ball. Again, a lot of these kids playing both ways on offense and on defense. And one thing to combat that T area depth, just substitute early and often, especially your ball carriers.
So it's 1st and goal from the 5. Spearfish will hand it off, but they're going the wrong way. And it goes down at about the 14-yard line. That's a loss of 9 yards on the running play that T area knew all about. They got across the line of scrimmage and brings them down for a loss of 9. So we go back, and it's now 2nd and goal from the 12. And this is from the Monument Health Orthopedics and Sports Medicine broadcast booth. High school football as we get into the 8 o'clock hour on a football Friday. Underneath the lights at Lyle Hair Stadium. Field is exceptional shape as we've had no rain over the past couple days. Here is a running play by the quarterback for Spearfish. He goes out of bounds and gets right back to where they were at about the 5-yard line.
Again, that was Crooks, a quarterback, just on a rollout. Had an option to throw or run. He chose the latter. Again, gets down to the 5-yard line. 3rd and about 1 yard, about 3rd and 1. So Spearfish up front, got to block him. T area probably going to come with a blitz or some sort of stunt up front. Confuse the offensive lineman or just flat mow him over. But Spearfish got to get this first down. You got to get points.
And they are going to have a penalty here. It is 3rd and goal.
And it is a false start against Spearfish.
So we were down at the 5, then we went back to the 11, then to the 6. Now we're going to be back to the 11-yard line. 6:19 left to play, third quarter, as the clock gets stopped on the penalty. So they place the football at the 11-yard line. It's 3rd and goal from the 11. Man in motion here for Spearfish. And the high snap, and it looked like trouble, but Crooks gets out of it inside the 10, inside the 5, and down to about the 2-yard line. He did not get into the end zone, but this will be setting up a 4th and goal for the Spearfish Spartans. Good job, though, to get about 8 or 9 yards there by quarterback Crooks.
It's that same play. They have an option to run or throw, and Crooks, again, using his speed, getting to the outside, just short of the goal line. Now Spearfish, 4th and goal from the 3-yard line. And again, if you're Spearfish, got to punch it in here.
They've used some clock on this drive. Over 5.5 minutes they've used on this drive. A 4th and goal for Spearfish. And it is a quarterback keeper, and he gets in for 6 for Spearfish as the Spartan fans underneath rejoice. They didn't fall asleep. They're back. And the Spearfish Spartans within 3.
That was running back Hunter Walters. He's been taking some snaps at quarterback as well. Him and Crooks have been rotating back and forth, but Walters took the snap. Almost looked like the T area quarterback as what he's been doing today. Just taking the snap, bulldozing his way for a touchdown. And Spearfish, after that PAT, that is good. They're right back in this contest.
29-27 as Spearfish gets the touchdown again by Walters, and 2 yards out gets the touchdown, and then the extra point was good, so it's 29-27, 6:07 left to go. They burned about 5.5 minutes off the clock on that drive, and that was a 4th and goal from the 2-yard line for Spearfish. We'll be back in 30 seconds for more Friday Night Football on KDSJ Sports.
Whatever the weather, Wolf's Plumbing and Heating keeps you in the comfort zone with expert heating and air conditioning repair or replacement from American Standard Mitsubishi. For over 70 years, Wolf's Plumbing and Heating has delivered quality service to the Northern Hills and Northeast Wyoming. When you need timely, expert service for heating, cooling, or plumbing, call 605-642-5755 or search Wolf's Plumbing and Heating and stay in the comfort zone.
Beef Logic, Inc. is proud to sponsor South Dakota's high school and collegiate athletes this season as they work alongside their partners at the South Dakota Beef Industry Council to deliver the Build Your Base sports nutrition program at local high schools and colleges around the state and the country. Are you looking for a simple, easy-to-follow program that can help you and your family optimize performance both on and off the field of play? Check out buildyourbase.org and learn why beef continues to be the premier protein for athletic performance and recovery.
I'm Cody Oliver back with you here on KDSJ Sports for a football Friday night. Spartans getting some life back in them. Meanwhile, another Spartan is getting worked on the trainer's table. That is Hunter Walters, as one of the athletic trainers has one of those rolling pins on the back of his calf and back of his leg. Mr. Football player, former football player, Clayson Davis, is that to help with a cramp?
Yeah, it's to deal with some tightness and a cramp, trying to get that rolled out, especially Walters taking a lot of snaps on offense and on defense, playing multiple positions on offense, taking snaps at quarterback, running the ball, and trying to just get that calf tightened up and not get it tightened up. And it looked like Sam Marcus, he came off the field after kicking that ball with a little bit of a limp. He looks to be cramping as well. So, again, the depth for Spearfish, it's not quite what T-Area has. So, trying to work out your star players, the ones taking a lot of snaps, trying to get them loose and figured out, get them hydrated, and get them back on the field, because we're in a 2-point ball game with T Area back on offense, where they bulldozed Spearfish last time out.
29-27, a little over 6 minutes left to play here in the third quarter, so we're about halfway through the third frame. Tackle made there by Spearfish, but not after about a 5-yard gain for the Titans as they go right up the middle for the good gain there, right at the middle hash marks. And it'll bring up now 2nd and about 6 for T-Area Titans.
In T-Area, the adjustment they've made between the first and second halves is just get back to what you're built for. Bread and butter, run under center, I formation, double wing. They got their stud running back, number 11. His name is escaping me at the top of my head. He's getting the ball and getting it early and often, Sam Wordle. And now that is a legal procedure on the Titans, so the penalty bug, not just striking Spearfish, but it's also getting the Titans as well.
And you can follow our coverage tonight on radio and TV, KDSJ980.com. Also, 980 AM, 103.5 FM, and with the KDSJ Sports mobile app. Check out the video footage over on KDSJ-TV through YouTube and Facebook. As the Titans on offense, their second drive of this third quarter. Under 6 minutes left to play in the third. They have a 2-point lead, 29-27. That 2-point conversion in the first half has proven to be the difference. And here is a run by the Titans, and that is Sam Wordle, the running back, almost getting the first down. He needed to get to about the 45. They'll place the football at about the 44.5. That knows the football might be close enough to have the chain gang come out here and measurement. And they are going to call, I believe, the chain gang over as the Titans were coming to the line of scrimmage to get their play in, and the officials have stopped them. But the yard markers are staying put on the other side as of right now.
They will still keep it third down. Yeah, the nose of the football is about touching the 45-yard line.
I have to go over that white stripe. So 3rd and short, 3rd and inches, and some movement by the right side of the line. And it looks like it's probably going to be on Spearfish, as T-Area has started with their count. And, well, one of the Spartans is clapping, so I'm wrong. And T-Area with the false start there.
Looks like the left tackle for T-Area, that was Chase DeBoer. Oh, excuse me, yep, that is Chase DeBoer. The left tackle, he might have jumped as well. So now what was a 3rd and 1 just turned into a 3rd and, maybe about a 3rd and 5. It was about 3rd and inches earlier, but Spearfish chance to get off the field.
Spartan fans coming to life with that 3rd down noise. And here is T-Area to hand it off. They go up the middle of the field, get right back to about that 45-yard line. This time, I believe, he did get across the 45 for the first down. And they will place the football at the 40, right at the 45-yard line. And that will move the chains. So they convert the 3rd down. Now 1st and 10 from the 45.
Now T-Area riding the hot hand, and that is Wordle. He is pretty sure have gotten every single carry so far for the Titans here in the second half. The left guard, the right guard, Jacob Youngye, he had cramped, looked like he was hobbling off the field, so now T-Area in the gun.
He's a good lineman as they work on him over on the sideline. Here's the quarterback, Conrad. He's had 2 rushing touchdowns already. He spins around, gets into enemy territory down inside the 35, and is tripped up there. So he's going to be down at about the 33-yard line, and that'll move the chains. A 1st down for the T-Area Titans.
Now the Conrad train from that gun set hasn't thrown it very many times today. Of course, it's been a little bit off target. Of course, had the interception at the beginning of the contest, but From the shotgun set, when Conrad, again 6'4", 220 pounds, starts running downhill at a tired Spearfish defense. Those kids have been on the field a long time. Again, the depth not quite what it is for T area. And here he goes again.
And he goes off the right side, inside the 30, inside the 25. He's brought down there finally by a Spearfish Spartan. Will give the tackle to credit Evan Wilson, the linebacker. The senior comes up with the tackle there. Now coming in for Spearfish, another one of their lineman substitutions. As they go usually with a 4-3. We'll see what kind of defensive alignment they go here now.
We'll stay with the 4-down set.
The Titans 2nd and 2 from the 24. This time they hand off. It's muscle against muscle there at about the 22-yard line. And I believe the Titans probably got enough of the push there for the first down. We'll double check where they place the football.
I think
not a good placement for T area. It's back in about another yard and a half.
They might have got maybe a yard on that carry.
So credit Spearfish for wrapping him up a little bit earlier than I thought. As the linemen for T area, they just look bigger and stronger than Spearfish, but a good job there defensively by the Spartans. Here's a 3rd and short again, and it'll be diving head first at the 22-yard line, the quarterback, Conrad. And we await the call from the official. With 2:46 left to play. They did stop the clock because there's a penalty, and it was on T area.
A replay 3rd down. On that play, Evan Wilson, he got into the backfield, had Conrad wrapped up around the legs. Of course, that 6'4", 220-pound frame, he will fall forward 9 times out of 10. They'll have to do it again, this time from about 5 yards back.
Thanks to our sponsors coming on board this season for KDSJ Sports. Thanks again to Granite Automotive, Fisher Sand and Gravel, Pillin Optical, and also thanks to Powder River Energy. As we open up the fall sports season this week, we had volleyball on Tuesday night over in Sturgis. And tonight, high school football here in Spearfish, as we'll be featuring every Spartan football game this fall on KDSJ Sports, including KDSJ-TV. We have a fumble, and Spearfish has recovered. The 3rd turnover of the night for the T-area Titans. It looked to be a greased-up pigskin right there, as it kept going and sliding around on the turf. Finally, one of the Spartans dove on it and kept the football.
It was just a quarterback-center exchange between Conrad and center Trey Carell. Couldn't quite get it corralled on that one. And, of course, all the misdirection action happening from that I formation from T area proved too much traffic. That ball squirted around for quite a few hops, and then finally a maroon jersey jumped on it, and Spearfish, you needed a stop on defense. There you go.
2:31 left to play, 3rd quarter. Spartans down 29-27. Now they try to run the football. Probably not going to see much passing out of the Spartans, especially here first part of the season. Probably take that back because the first score of the game was on a passing touchdown from 20 yards out. But they've figured out with what they have as quarterback and with their running back talent, let's just keep pounding the rock and get it down the field with the running game. And they'll see if they can break down the Titans in different spots. But right there is a penalty on the Spearfish Spartans.
False start on the Spartans. So that will push them back 5 yards. Again, first game, quite a bit of penalties on both teams.
Paul James is with us tonight from Eagle Country. Where is he?
Paul James is actually running the camera we're on right now. He is running the camera right directly above us. I want to thank Paul James.
On the roof.
Exactly, on the roof of the press box.
Is he going to still do that when it's maybe 30 degrees out and it's sleeting?
I was going to have you ask him if he was going to do that. I mean, I think I know the answer, but he might have a better luck if you tell him.
I think Paul's probably a fair weather cameraman, so we may be a camera short when it gets colder this fall. But we'll come across that bridge when we get there. Hopefully we don't have to. Here it is. It's a 2nd and 13 for Spearfish back at their own 21. They're going to hand it off. Got real low to the ground there running for the Spearfish Spartans. Gets past the 20, maybe back to the line of scrimmage of the 21 or 22.
That was number 33. That is a Mick Bosch. He's had some good runs. Again, only 5'4", 130 pounds, but he can change the direction like a joystick.
Yes.
Had a juke on that long run earlier.
Spearfish sends out the mysterious number 5. That is not on the roster. I'll check the second roster. Here's a pass play. It's up in the air. It's for grabs, and it's caught by the Spearfish Spartans. Number 4, Dylan Doran. See ya.
I think the term is you got mossed. Dylan Doran, touchdown for the Spartans. T-area brought a blitz. Quarterback Crooks just had to throw up a prayer, and Dylan Doran jumped over his defender, caught the ball, and there was not a soul in sight to catch him. Spearfish takes the lead on a long touchdown catch.
And 47 seconds left to play here in the third quarter. The Spearfish Spartans needed that one, and they got it. So take advantage of another turnover by the T-Area Titans. A little bit ago, the Titans fumbled the football. Spearfish recovered, and now they pick up the big pass play and the touchdown. And now it looks like they will go for 2. What's the math on this? The analytics has Spearfish up 33-29. They're up by 4. And they're going to go for 2, and they don't get it. Okay, well, they're still up by 4.
It's a bold strategy, Cotton, and see if it pays off for them.
47 seconds left to play here before the end of the third quarter, which kind of the tide has turned again here for Spearfish. They do take the lead, but they don't convert on the 2-point conversion. So instead of being up by 5, or by my lemon math here, instead of being up by 6, they're still just up by 4. And if they kicked the point after, they would have only been up by 5. So why not go for more points, I guess?
I guess if you go up by 6, you have a chance of blocking the extra point or stopping them on a 2-point conversion, and it'd just be a tie ball game. And as we've seen, special teams is not just a given like it is in your higher level of football.
Both teams huddling up before they come out for the kickoff. And while we have some time, promote KDSJ-TV, if you would, please.
KDSJ-TV, you should watch it. We're live on...
please add on. I have some stats to add up here.
Oh, yes. KDSJ, again, free to watch on YouTube and on Facebook. Again, those watching on Facebook, we had over 200 viewers on our Facebook page, our last sports broadcast earlier this week on Tuesday. Thank you, everyone, for logging on. Tell your friends and family if they can't make it to Lyle Hair Stadium or any of the games that we follow here with Spearfish football, and of course for volleyball, doing all the area teams here on KDSJ-TV. Believe in this next Tuesday we're headed to Lead. We'll watch Lead Deadwood. They'll be doing their volleyball against, I believe, Hot Springs, and then you check the KDSJ-TV schedule. And of course then later, about a week from now, we will be at O'Hara Stadium, the second college stadium for KDSJ-TV, watching the same Spearfish Spartans take on the Rapid City Central Cobblers.
And here is the kickoff by the Spartans to the Titans. They take the return from about the 3-yard line, and they get it up to about the 19. And then the football came out, but the official was right there to see it from behind and say he was down. His knee was down, no fumble. And they will mark it probably around the 19, 20-yard line to start this drive for the T-Area Titans. Conrad did a lot of the quarterback scrambling the last couple drives. We'll see if he continues that, or do we have a breakout performance by Sam Wordle?
You know, it's been those two mainly on offense for T-Area. They will go back under center. If I was a betting man, it would be Wordle, as he has been this. No, Wordle lines up. He is going to the slot. They'll hand off to a new running back. This is number 14 for T area. That is Cole McKinney. Cole McKinney
for the T area Titans. He gets some good yards there on that first play. Spearfish late to get some of their subs in here, as coming into the game will be number 69 for Spearfish, and missing from our roster here on opening night.
It's first game for everyone, even including the people printing out the rosters.
Spearfish doesn't nearly have as many players as the T-Area Titans on their sideline, and here's a pass towards the T-Area sideline. It is caught by the Titans, and Marshall Smythe, the wide receiver, 6'3", 175 senior, makes the catch there. So they get into Spartan territory, and it is a first down for the Titans. We're almost the end of the third quarter, and the clock does go zeros. So we will flip sides, and the T-Area Titans will have a fresh set of downs when we begin the fourth quarter. Spearfish 33, T-Area Titans 29, as we head to the fourth on Friday Night Football right here on KDSJ Sports. We're back after this 1-minute timeout.
Minerals Technologies Company is not only part of the community we live in, they are the community. Bentonite clay, mined right here in our own backyard near Belfouche in Colony, Wyoming, provides a contributing factor to this area's economic success. This unique product has a huge range of uses, from the main component in cat litter to health and beauty products, pharmaceuticals, and more. It's all produced right here in all of our community. American Colloid Company, working together, winning together.
From Proline Equipment Rentals in Belfouche. Whether you're a full-fledged contractor or just taking care of some jobs around your home, Proline has the equipment you need. Lifts for any job, like scissor lifts, boom lifts, and man lifts. Skid steers, trenchers, backhoes, and step inside to find smaller tools for do-it-yourself projects like concrete work, painting, sewer repair, and more. Call 723-7677. Click ProlineEquipmentRentals.com or stop by off North Highway 85 in Belfouche today.
And we're back here in Spearfish, beginning the fourth quarter here at Lyle Hair Stadium. T area on that first down play. A little handoff to Wordle, only goes for about a yard. Again, Clayson Davis, Cody Oliver here with you on KDSJ Radio and on KDSJ-TV. It was a gain of about 3, so that will be second. No, they'll just say it's a game of 2, so it'll be a 2nd and 8.
Spearfish did outscore T-Area in the third quarter. They needed to, as they outscored him 13-7. So we got a close game. A touchdown differential, 33-29. And here is the quarterback keeping it is Conrad. They're going to blow the whistle dead at around the 27-yard line.
Good carry by Conrad. Gets right up to...
We're going to move it to the 24-yard line. So
3rd and 2.
A little advantage there for the T-Area Titans on the placement of the football. As we look at the total offensive yards, advantage T-Area 344 to 239. By over 100 yards. Here's Conrad on the keeper. Comes here to the left side. Here's the option back. Spearfish, great job of recognizing that. 3 Spartans followed the football and brought him out of bounds.
And on that triple option play, Conrad, he had a great job on keeping the ball as the fullback was stuffed. And Conrad, I thought, had the first down, but he pitched it at the last second to the pitch man. I think he might have pitched it backwards, and now it is 4th and goal.
And when it comes to passing yards between these two teams, 95 passing yards for T-Area, 132 for Spearfish so far. As the Spartans have a 4-point lead, 33-29. 4th and 1 for the T-Area Titans at the Spartans' 24-yard line. They're not going to kick the field goal. They're going to have Conrad, their quarterback, go for the keeper. And let's see if he gets across the first down marker.
I believe he did. I believe on that initial contact he was stopped, but Conrad falls forward with his 6'4", 220-pound frame, and will get the first down for the Titans.
So far in the game, 3 turnovers, all on T area. The possession time is just about the same between the two teams. Brenner Conrad, the quarterback for T area, has 13 carries. He's now gone over 100 yards rushing. After that, first down, and he carries it again inside the 20 to about the 13-yard line. The athletic Conrad just squaring up Spearfish defensively, and right now he's better than the guys trying to tackle him, and the athleticism paying off there for Conrad.
One thing I like to see from Conrad is he is also very patient. Hasn't done a lot in the passing game, but in the running game has had a lot of read plays, some triple option plays. That time they ran a midline option as he read a defensive tackle, not quite a defensive end. But read the defensive tackle, he went toward the running back. Conrad said, fine, I'll take it myself, and it scampers forward for a gain of 9.
Leading tackler so far for the Spartans, Lathan Lucas, has 10 total tackles. And he keeps the football, throws it up in the end zone, deep back of the end zone, and it is incomplete as he went for his wide receiver there. Good coverage by Spearfish Spartan number 4, Dylan Doran.
They've been picking on Doran early and often this contest. Pretty sure every single big play they have tried to throw at number 4.
Just 95 passing yards for T area tonight, as they are 5 of 12 now with 1 interception. Spearfish 132 passing yards, 8 of 13, no interceptions. Here's the handoff as T area goes back to their bread and butter, and it'll be down to about the 11-yard line. I believe that's going to be enough for the first down. As the clock continues to tick here in the fourth quarter, they stop it now because of the first down for the T area Titans. So 1st and 10 from the 11.
Not quite 1st and goal, but still close.
The 3rd-ranked T area Titans from Class 11 AA had 7 wins last year, lost in the second round of the playoffs. Going up against Spearfish Spartans, have improved over the past couple of years. And Spearfish, will see if defensively they can get a stop. They do force him on a bounce at around the 9-yard line. Forced him out for Spearfish was Kate Vavruska. And now that brings up 2nd and 7 from the 8-yard line. Under 8 minutes left to go here in the fourth quarter. Spearfish has had 5 touchdowns in the game. They've had a couple of miscues on special teams, but a good one when it came to a kickoff return for a touchdown. Going to have a penalty here, and that will be a fall or an illegal procedure by T area.
Yep, sure enough. There's been quite a few of those on T area this contest.
Football 101, what is an illegal procedure?
Illegal procedure is when there's a formational disadvantage for the defense. So like with football, you have to have at least 7 guys on the line of scrimmage. Only 4 can be in the backfield. They must have had more than 4, therefore making it an illegal procedure.
Thank you. Conrad keeping it all day and half the night. He throws it up for grabs. It's going to be intercepted by the Spearfish Spartans, but at the 2-yard line. So the 4th turnover by the T area Titans. They've thrown 2 interceptions and 2 fumbles. Conrad had a lot of time in the backfield, but then that pocket collapsed and he just threw it up for grabs, and nobody was around for a T area Titan receiver. It was a nice catch by Spearfish to get the interception. The only bad thing is it's at about the 2-yard line.
Yeah, that was pressure from the Spearfish defensive line, something they really haven't had the chance to do and haven't had time to really do it. Get pressure on Conrad in the throwing game. As he lofted that one up, Hunter Walters said, hey, thank you, but again,
what a good night for Hunter tonight.
Again, the consolidation prize is you get it at the 2-yard line versus a very stout and aggressive T area defense.
In the shadow of their goal post. And you got to hand it off, and they do, and Spearfish doesn't get much. Titans think it's a safety, but the line judge comes over from the far side and says, no, they got it out past the goal line, probably just right back to the line of scrimmage at the 2-yard line. Do you dare pass it?
You know, if I had a more established passing game, I would feel better about it. But when you are having a revolving door of quarterbacks, especially the one long pass you've tried was off of a scramble. So unless you have a rollout option, possibly, but T area is going to be sending at minimum 5 guys towards your quarterback for about the next 3 plays.
You're relying on your offensive line to just be better than their line right now in the trenches. And Spearfish, again, may be back to the line of scrimmage. So, yes, a consolation prize of intercepting a pass. It was at the 2-yard line. And, again, it wasn't 4th down. So, if it was 4th down, instead of taking the interception, you just purposely drop it and get the ball a little bit better field position. But that wasn't the case. Spearfish did what they should have, intercepted the football. But, again, you're at the 2-yard line, and you hope your offensive line can just protect your quarterback from getting a safety, and maybe the running back can slip on through it maybe and get 5 or 6 yards. But so far they've gotten nothing. They've actually lost a yard in the first 2 plays. We're halfway through the 4th quarter. Spearfish up 33-29, and now a timeout here on 3rd and 11 from the 1-yard line. We'll take a break, hear from some of our fall sports sponsors. Live tonight on a Football Friday on KDSJ Sports.
We're all going somewhere, going higher, faster, farther, going in new directions to new places. At Monument Health, we keep going so you can keep going. We're dedicated to advanced orthopedic care with the latest innovations, technology, expertise, and treatment. So keep exploring, keep making memories, keep going with Monument Health as your partner. Learn more at monument.health/orthopedics. That's monument.health/orthopedics.
I'm Cody Oliver. Clayson Davis doing the KDSJ-TV side of things. Again, that is free to subscribe. And once you subscribe, you'll be notified of the next broadcast, whether it's football, volleyball, and we have it for you here on KDSJ Sports. We found some new toys, and we're using them. Here's your long pass down the field, and it is caught. Holy moly, and he's gone.
He's a quarterback, he's a running back, he's a wide receiver, and he just gave Spearfish a 2-possession lead.
Spearfish Spartans, Darren Crooks with the catch. As you can see that replay over on KDSJ-TV, he outran the defense. Good athleticism there by Crooks. We were questioning, when do you throw it? Do you throw it at the 1-yard line? Coming out of a timeout. Great play set up as they throw to Crooks. And a 99-yard touchdown reception. That'll put the momentum back on the Spartan side, as the whole state is probably looking at the scores coming across and see that Spearfish is leading T area 39-29. Let's see if we can put a 40 spot. Oh, it hits the upright and goes array. So the point after is no good by Vadruska, but the Spearfish Spartans have a 10-point lead. Like you said, 2-possession ball game now. 5:49 left to play in the 4th quarter.
Take a look at that one on our KDSJ Sports replay. Just got the tail end of it, but again, 99 yards. You're just saying how Spearfish hasn't done a lot through the air. Really, neither teams have. Well, Spearfish, when they need it, long passes, one to Dylan Doran earlier in the contest, and then that one to Darren Crooks, the quarterback. He plays running back. He's a linebacker. That time he was a wide receiver. And he's a touchdown scoring machine on that play, as now Spearfish up by 10 versus number 3, T area.
And let's see, Spearfish back out for their special teams here. Again, the extra point was no good, but it is a 10-point game, 39-29. Spearfish hasn't led a lot of these close games in the past half decade. And as these kids have gone through grade school and middle school and now into the JV and varsity. Do they know what to do to keep this 10-point lead? Because I have a feeling there's going to be a heavy dose of two guys coming up for the T-Area Titans. Brenner Conrad, their quarterback, and probably Sam Wordle, their running back, if they don't turn the ball over. 4 turnovers on the T-Area Titans tonight. None for the Spearfish Spartans. That's pretty good odds, as we say thanks to some more of our fall sports sponsors tonight. Thanks to Proline Equipment Rental, Low Roofing, Millstone Family Restaurant, Butte County Equipment up in Bellefouche, as they're all on board once again this year. Even some new ones coming for KDSJ Sports this fall. So thanks to everyone having their trust in our broadcast team, from upstairs with Paul James on the camera to KDSJ-TV and KDSJ Radio. I was going to do a quick Junix Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram scoreboard for the Sturgis Scoopers tonight, as they are playing out in Brookings. We had a halftime score last. And let's see, Sturgis is done for the night. They got shut out by Brookings 31-0, the final score, as the Bobcats win at home.
Also looking at a Wall Hardin County score. Wall 43, Hardin County 14. Wall on the road with just a minute left in the game. So Wall looking to pull off a dominant win over the Ranchers.
Here's the T-area return. Past the 30 up to the 42-yard line. And maybe this momentum can help out the Spearfish defense. 5:43 left to go in the fourth quarter. T-area knows they have to score twice. So you can't run the football for 4 minutes here. I would think they would anyway. Maybe a couple big strikes and try to score early here, and then lead that to your defense. But we'll see what Spearfish does defensively. Dylan Dorns just had a whale of a game on offense and defense. Look for him to be the shutdown corner. As T-area goes to the shotgun, 1st and 10 from their own 42. Here's the snap back to Conrad. Conrad steps up, takes the drop, and he passes it over everybody's head. The receiver was running his route there. That was number 4, Riley Zvenda, but it was incomplete, so they took a shot downfield. Incomplete. Now brings up a 2nd down and 10 to go.
On that play, he had good protection from that big offensive line, Conrad did, and had a chance to step up. I thought he was going to take off and run. It didn't look like the linebackers were in position to come up and make a play. Conrad, he wanted to go deep, and now he will be under center. The last time we saw him under center, he couldn't quite control the football.
Here is the handoff, and hit by a couple of Spartans there. Let's see who that is. I believe that's number 65. That is
Leighton Loop.
Leighton Loop, yes. The defensive lineman, 5'8", 205. And then we have an injured Spearfish Spartan, and that would be number 22, Lathan Lucas. So he's going to have the training staff look at him, and we'll take an injury timeout. With KDSJ Sports under the Friday night lights, Spartans lead at 39-29, 5:18 left to go in the fourth quarter. We're back with more right after this.
Drive it on to victory with the Granite Home Team at Granite Automotive. Making all the right moves and scoring points for a better customer experience is a true team effort. From sales to finance, showroom to service, every Granite Home Team member has a role to play and a job to perform to make sure your next buying experience is your best buying experience. Enthusiastically on your side. Drive Granite. Go team. Go Granite. Buick, Nissan, GMC. Rapid City. Click drivegranite.com.
That's where we are on a Friday night. Next Friday night, we'll be over in Rapid City at O'Hara Stadium for the Cobblers and the Spartans as part of the second game of the Rushmore Bowl over there. Steve Ammerman will be helping us out on as well on the radio side as the shotgun formation here for the Titans. They're not in panic mode yet, as this quarterback is athletic, and he'll get across the midfield, across the 45 down to about the 40. You give him a yard, he'll take 15 of them, just like he did there. Picks up the first down, turns a 3rd and 7 into a 1st and 10 in Spartan territory.
Yeah, Conrad, he's struggled in the passing game, but where he makes his money is really in the running game from the quarterback position. Just a dart read option with a puller following the running back, but it gave enough room for Conrad to pull it on the end of the line and scamper for a first down.
And here is Conrad, the throw. The catch is made over here on the near side. Making the catch was Cole McKinney. And he'll get enough for the first down. So the clock stops, which that is an advantage for the Titans, with 5:05 left to go here in the fourth quarter. Clock stopped because he went out of bounds, and they also moved the chains, so a first down. T-area sets up their formation. Now we have this one guy that's facing right at us. Meanwhile, the quarterback is trying to get everybody. What kind of formation is this?
Well, that's technically a wing formation, and good job by the defense by the Spartans. That looks to be number 50 and number 8. That's Benjamin Alred, and also at number 8, that's Evan Wilson. But no, Cody, that for when the player is facing back toward the line of scrimmage at an angle, it's kind of a wing, as that's built off of a formation that T-area runs a lot, the double wing, when there's two offensive players, normally running back or wide receiver on either end of the tackle. They can go in motion. They can also go to block. It's a weird formation, yes, but it's also for a purpose to give the defense something to figure out as well.
2nd and 10. Titans take the knee-high snap, and Conrad's in trouble, and he gets sacked.
Big sack, big number 77. Sam Marcus coming in for the sack.
As we hear it from the Spearfish fans underneath, as they try to take down the number 3 ranked team in preseason Class 11 AA. But the T-area Titans have been a football power in 11-man for the last several years, winning state championships. And then the last few years, though, I mentioned they had 11 wins, then 10, then 7. So they've been trending in the wrong direction. And with a whole bunch of up-and-coming players this year, Coach Fry and his team needs to find a way to get it done, and they get sacked again back at the 45.
Hunter Walter, Sam Marcus back there again. They tried to set up the screen. Spearfish secondary, they knew what was going on. They followed the lineman running out to the running back. And after some momentum, T-area is all the way back. It's 4th and about 2 miles to the first down marker, and they have no choice but to go for it.
4th and 26 with 3:10 left to go. They're at the Spartan 44-yard line. They need to get all the way down inside the 20 for a first down here, and they're going to be praying for a pass interference as back to throw is Conrad. It's down there, and it's intercepted. But we do have a penalty flag right as the ball was snapped, so we'll see if that has any indication on this. I did get intercepted by Spearfish. For that could be the 5th turnover of the night by T. The quarterback, Conrad, throws an interception after being sacked 2 plays in a row. He throws it up for grabs, which he needed to get 26 yards for a first down.
False start against T-area. Penalty decline. Ball goes to the Spartans. Again, number 5 for the Spartans, who we do not have on our roster.
That'd be correct.
Making the interception. He was just throwing up a prayer, and the Spartans with a 10-point lead and 2:56. They're just a little under 3 minutes away from an early upset of Class AA. So now the Spartans on offense. Again, Paul James taking a look at all the crowd from Spearfish, trying to get motivated and hyped as they are, again, just a little under 3 minutes away from beating the number 3 team in the state Class AA rankings.
And some of that footage you can see on KDSJ-TV through our YouTube channel and Facebook Live, as we have different cameras set up all around the stadium here this evening. It's kind of nice to start things off at home, so we kind of can play with this equipment and have the home field advantage here and set up some things. because we don't know what we're going to be able to do at O'Hara Stadium in Rapid City next Friday.
Well, there was a illegal formation a false start on Spearfish to start the drive. Maybe a lack of focus after that turnover. So Spearfish, they're back at the shadow of their own end zone again. And if there's a chance for momentum to swap back your way, it could be right now.
And here is the quarterback scramble over to the side. Spearfish has used a couple of them. Darren Crooks, who caught that long pass last drive, runs the football this time. He's got some speed as he gets to the left-hand side and then goes out of bounds. Didn't gain much yardage, as it'll still be about 2nd and 9, but instead of being tackled for a big loss, he gets back to the line of scrimmage over there. And he did go out of bounds, so the clock stops with 2:49 left to play in the fourth quarter. And if you're just tuning in, you missed Spearfish taking a 14-0 advantage at the end of the first quarter. Spearfish was down 22-20 at halftime. Spearfish was up 33-29 at the end of 3 quarters. Spearfish has not given up a point here in the fourth quarter. Meanwhile, Spearfish has scored on a long touchdown, a 99-yard touchdown passing catch that Darren Crooks scores on the reception, and that is proven to be the difference to put the Spartans up by 10 now, 39-29, as defensively they've done a great job tonight, forcing 5 turnovers, and Spearfish has not turned the ball over once. We'll take a timeout as they do on the field. We'll be back in 30 seconds right here on KDSJ Sports.
Whatever the weather, Wolf's Plumbing and Heating keeps you in the comfort zone with expert heating and air conditioning repair or replacement from American Standard Mitsubishi. For over 70 years, Wolf's Plumbing and Heating has delivered quality service to the Northern Hills and Northeast Wyoming. When you need timely, expert service for heating, cooling, or plumbing, call 605-642-5755 or search Wolf's Plumbing and Heating and stay in the comfort zone.
Back here at Lyle Hair Stadium in Spearfish, it is a 3rd and 12 for the Spartans from their own 9-yard line, and we have a penalty flag.
I think they might have just got some help. That is an offsides penalty against T area. So it's still a 3rd and medium to long yardage, but they're not all the way back into the shadow of their own end zone. They still have a little bit of room to work with. So what was a 3rd and 11 is now a 3rd and 7.
So 2:43 left to play. You're up by 10. Keep running the football. Don't lose the football and let this clock tick down. Here's a nice juke by Darren Crooks again as he gets the
stiff leg against the defender coming up to make the tackle, bursts them forward for about 4 more yards, and Spearfish first down and more importantly keeps that clock running.
They've used 2 minutes of the clock so far. Let's see if they can grind it out a little bit more as they hand it off and get some good blocking over here on the near side, and that will be the carry.
I believe that was Hunter Walters.
Mr. Everything tonight. And a timeout called by T area to stop the clock. Now T area has 1 timeout left. Spearfish has a single timeout left as well. Just over 2 minutes left. We don't have a 2-minute warning, but we warn you that this game is coming down to the end as the Spartans lead at 39-29. And stay tuned for our post-game show tonight as well, being brought to you by Dakota Equipment Rental. As both teams go to their sidelines, the Spearfish side is a little bit more jolly than it is over on the far side for T-Area Titans, making the long road trip from the Sioux Falls area all the way out here to the Black Hills. I bet it was a beautiful trip, but they were down 14-0 at the end of the first quarter. Things swung there at times in the second quarter to give the Titans a 2-point lead at halftime. But in the third quarter, Spearfish outscored the Titans 13-7. The Spearfish is not allowed a point here in the fourth. And Spearfish keeping it on the ground again, right up the middle to about the 30-yard line. And Spearfish will continue to let this clock down. 1:45 left to play in the fourth.
I believe that was the final timeout by T Area.
And it gives us a chance to say thanks to some more of our fall sports sponsors as we come on board for another fall sports season. Thank you to the Auto Doctor, also Exit 14 and Exit 8, Phillips 66, Gold Dust and Maverick Steakhouse on Main Street in Deadwood, and thanks to Minerals Technologies, American Colloid Company. So Spearfish, advantage to them here as they have the football on their own 31-yard line, but they want this clock to tick on down with 1:44 left to play here in the fourth. They're up by 10, 39-29. Spearfish led it 14-0 at the end of the first. They were down 22-20 at halftime. They were up 33-29 after three quarters, and they remain up here by 10.
A first down could about end it for Spearfish.
I believe they are going to reset something maybe on the clock as the officials are motioning it to be at 1:55, I believe, instead of 1:44. Or maybe 1:45. We'll go with 1:45. The officials agree with that. And we play on 3rd and 4 now here for Spearfish. And here is the quarterback running, slides down right there at the first down marker, and that'll be a first down for Spearfish thanks to the legs of Darren Crooks.
You know, it's been the story of the second half. Darren Crooks, Mr. Do-It-All for Spearfish, just on a little rollout over to the right side. It was a designed quarterback keeper with his running back as a lead blocker, and he will be I think they will mark him from the slide, so so it is actually 4th down, but that clock keeps rolling, and when you're up by 2 scores, they will help you out. They look to they will run this clock all the way down and take a timeout. Yep.
He gave himself up there when he slid, so when you do that, they mark you where you start to slide on your butt. And that was at the 34-yard line instead of the 35 where he needed to get to the first down.
Again, Crooks, 5'10", 165 pounds. Probably one of the smaller athletes on the field throughout the entire game. Not wanting to take those big hits, of course, but in a moment like that, you almost would like to see him almost dive forward for the first down, as the slide will mark you down where you start. As if you would have dove forward, it would be where you landed. So, again, learning moment as well.
Some big game tonight for Hunter Walters, Darren Crooks as the dual quarterback there. That one big run by Mick Bosch ended up not getting any points for the Spearfish Spartans, but that played a factor. And then again, the offensive line for Spearfish trying to fill the hole of junior Asher Peel not playing tonight. They've done a nice job of the blocking, and as you said, the running backs playing as blockers downfield.
Yes, they've been just the entire Spearfish squad really has been impressive as a whole on the offensive side. Yes, on the Asher Peel not being there, if they get him back hopefully next week, the offensive line's more solidified. And again, the stable of running backs, we talk about T Area and their athletes. Spearfish has got a few of them as well.
4th and 1, 59 seconds left. They go for the punt. It was almost blocked, and it will bounce at the 40, take a Spearfish roll back to about the 47, all the way past midfield. So a good roll here for Spearfish. Again, they punted it, and it almost was blocked. But it goes dead here about midfield. Spearfish picks up the football and runs it in what they think is a touchdown, but I believe the play was whistled dead before that.
You know, that might have been one of the more confusing plays I've seen. Because if you're a T-area Titan, when there's that many Spartans around the ball, you don't want to touch it. Because if you're a Titan, if you touch it, that is a live football.
And he looked like he reached in there and touched it. He reached in
and touched the ball, but it was after the whistle. So Spartans, again, thinking if that was literally a split second earlier, Spearfish would have had an oopsie-daisy touchdown of their own.
Again, that ball was rolling literally downfield past the midfield 50-yard line, and a few Spearfish players were around it, maybe blow on it to keep it going. And I think one of the Titans came in and touched it, but luckily it was for them after the whistle and called the play dead. So the T-area Titans, again, not much time to do anything. 37 seconds left to go here in the fourth quarter.
Little trickeration on that time. It was snapped to a running back that was reversed around to a quarterback who then ran option with his quarterback. No, I'm not making this up. For those on the radio end.
I was wondering how Spearfish would handle a close game. Again, they've shut out T-area in this fourth quarter. In the game, they forced 5 turnovers, and Spearfish has not turned the ball over once. Here's a low snap to Conrad, but he gets it. He throws over to the sideline, trying to get out of bounds is the Titans. They do. They get the first down, and the clock stops at 31 seconds. And that'll be a new set of downs. It is high school football. Anything can and will happen. So we will keep it here till the end of this one as Spearfish leads it by 10. 39-29. In our post-game show being brought to you by Dakota Equipment Rental, we'll have a look at the game stats, some of the leaders. We'll pick our superior performance. We have your Junix Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram scoreboard. That all coming up in the 9 o'clock hour tonight. Underneath the lights at Lyle Hair Stadium. Here is the snap back to the quarterback. Throws, and this is going to be incomplete. There's certainly a lot of enthusiasm for the Spearfish Spartans as we came into the field in the stadium. It's been that way other than maybe a 3-minute period there at the end of the first half. But they've been on their feet from the parents to the student section. The players really bringing the enthusiasm from the sideline.
Yeah, it's just a whole nother vibe right here in Spearfish. Something that, I haven't been around as long as you have, Cody, but it's been something that I haven't really quite been able to enjoy my time here in Spearfish. And, like I said, they've been improving every single year, and they have a chance to pull off one of the biggest upsets this school has ever seen.
And Dalton Wademan, who was the head coach of Spearfish, really turned it in the right direction for 4 years. He's now the activities director, but I have a feeling he doesn't get too far away from the football field, even as his duties take him as the AD. And he's right down there on the sideline. Right now his duty is to keep the students from running onto the field probably, but he wants to see everybody have a good time. And 18 seconds left to go in the fourth quarter, and there'll be people around the state double looking at this score tonight as the Spartans almost put up 40 on the T-area Titans. Here's the snap back to Conrad, who is a good athlete and a quarterback, but he has just not done well throwing the football tonight. He's done a good job running and scrambling. That pass was almost intercepted, but it drops down. A couple of Spartans hit it up in the air, and now that brings up a 4th down and 10, and probably the last play of the game that really matters anything. As Spearfish going up against number 3 T-area Titans. I'll be honest, I did not see this happen.
No, that would be 2 of us.
Up 14-0 in the first quarter. That surprised me. And just how sound the Spartans were on defense tonight is surprising. Here's the pass from Conrad to the end zone, and that will be thrown almost to the wrong team as the Spartans just knock it down. Give credit to that second.
For the Titans and for the Spartans, Mr. Wayman, if you're down there trying to keep the student section out from the bleachers, all I can say is good luck to you. There's no way you're keeping these kids in these stands.
There is a principal down there to help out things, but the Spartan players on the sidelines, along with the coaching staff, getting some high fives. Luckily, no injuries in this game. No turnovers by the Spearfish Spartans. We didn't even know who the starting quarterback was going to be at game time tonight.
And we got 3 of them.
Yes. And one of their quarterbacks catches a 99-yard touchdown pass.
No, he did not throw it to himself, though that would have been cool.
And Spearfish will come out to the line of scrimmage here at the 47-yard line. 6 seconds left before this one becomes official as they get down at the line of scrimmage. T area still going to be good throughout this season, but Spearfish, we'll see what noise they can make throughout the rest of the season. They're making some noise right now at Lyle Hair Stadium as a W in the first game of the season for Spearfish as they knock off third-ranked T area Titans 39-29, your final score. They built up a 14-0 lead at the end of the first quarter. They got down at halftime and kind of really down in the dumps as well, but they picked themselves up, did not give up, did not turn the ball over one time tonight, and they get the victory 39-29. Spartans in the win column to kick off the season. Thanks for joining us tonight here on KDSJ 980, 103.5, KDSJ Sports mobile app, and KDSJ980.com, as well as KDSJ-TV on YouTube and Facebook Live. Join us next for the Friday Night Football post-game show, being brought to you by Dakota Equipment Rental. We'll come back with scores, stats, and more right after these.
What you'll get at the Millstone Family Restaurant in Spearfish. Perfect for breakfast, lunch, or dinner, or to grab a bite to eat before or after the game. Choose from daily specials, and a trip to the fresh soup and salad bar is always a hit. Plus, the Millstone can accommodate larger groups, like buses or your next meeting in their private party room. So, if it's just you and a friend or the whole team, get a great meal at a great price. The Millstone Family Restaurant in Spearfish.
Best place to buy a quality pre-owned car and SUV, or where to go to have your current ride kept in shape. Brandon Kemp here from Superior Auto Solutions in Spearfish. Need new tires? Got them, all major brands. Your brakes squeaky, or do you just hear something that's not quite right? We can help. Or maybe you're looking to upgrade to something a little more suitable. Well, you came to the right place. Superior Auto Solutions on Colorado Boulevard in Spearfish, or find us online at superiorauto.com.
Monument Health Orthopedics and Sports Medicine is here to help you make your comeback. In order to perform your best on and off the field, your body needs to stay hydrated. Watch for signs of dehydration such as decreased energy, poor coordination, or muscle cramps. Remember that hydration comes from everything you consume, not only from beverages, but also from food. Sports drinks are also beneficial as they contain carbohydrates, sodium, and potassium. Nutrition experts at Monument Health can help athletes of all ages and skill levels understand their fueling and hydrating needs.
And we'll start off with a Spearfish Spartan victory on opening night of high school football right here on KDSJ Sports. The season opener, the home opener, as the Spartans shock number 3 T area Titans, I'll say, 39-29, as the Spartans win at home. And they weren't anywhere in the preseason polls with a new head coach of Tom Teason. Game time, we didn't know who the starting quarterback would be. We had our questions, could be one of 3 people, and it ended up being 3 of them. As in one point of the game, one of the starting quarterbacks caught a 99-yard touchdown pass, which was a big difference in the game as the Spartans win it 39-29. as the Spearfish Spartans got out to a 14-0 lead at the end of the first quarter. They were down at halftime 22-20, and then they were up after 3 quarters 33-29, and the roller coaster of emotions continue in the fourth quarter as they shut out T-Area in the fourth, get the win 39-29. This is how it happened on the scoring summary. We start first in the first quarter. Spearfish took advantage of the first of 5 turnovers by T-Area tonight. They recovered a fumble on the first snap of the game offensively by the T-Area Titans. Let's see, and then 3 plays later, Thomas Hughes was the one that threw the pass to Dylan Doran for 20 yards. The point after attempt was good by Cade Vavruska, and it was 7-0 Spartans, 9:26 left to go in the first quarter. So early on, Spartans with the lead. Then Spearfish, later on in the quarter, Brenner Conrad, the quarterback for T, well, he threw it to the wrong team. He threw an interception, picked off by Hunter Walters, and a pick 6 from 29 yards out. The point after was good by Vavruska. So Spearfish led it 14-0, and that's the way it would be at the end of the first quarter. Second quarter, T-Area got on the board. Their quarterback, Brenner Conrad, had a quarterback keeper just outside the goal line, so not too far. About 4 yards was the run there. And then the point after was blocked, so it was 14-6 in favor of Spearfish with 6:29 left to go second quarter. Also in the second quarter, 6 seconds later, a kickoff return by the Spearfish Spartans. That would have been Dylan Doran with the kickoff return. That was 96 yards on the kickoff return. The extra point was no good by Vavruska, so it was 20-6 Spearfish, their largest lead of the game, 14 points. It was 6:23 left to go second quarter. We play on. About 3 minutes later, Brenner Conrad for T-Area rushed for another quarterback keeper touchdown from 9 yards out. The point after was good. Actually, a 2-point conversion was good to make it 20-14. 3:34 left to go in the first half. Things went south there in a hurry for the Spearfish Spartans because about 3 minutes later, the Spearfish Spartans had a big run by Bosch. Got it down to the 4-yard line. It was first and goal from the 4. You thought it was going to be lollipops and good times for Spearfish to go up by 3 touchdowns. No, not so much. They did not gain a yard. So they go for a field goal. About 21-yard field goal it would have been. It was blocked. And it was returned for a touchdown by the T-Area Titans because they had the head on their shoulder and knew that it was a live football because you block it and it went backwards. And it was still live there for T-Area as they ran it back all that way for a touchdown to tie it up 22. 20 is on the board. The extra point was good. That was a 2-point conversion, so it was 22-20 in favor of T-Area. That's how we went into the locker room, and Spartan fans were scratching their heads. But have hope. The T-Area Titans in the third quarter. Sam Wardle, we didn't mention his name as much as I thought we would, but he had a touchdown. The point after was good, and it was 29-20 in favor of T-Area. But T-Area would not score again in the game. It would all be Spearfish from then on. Hunter Walters had a 2-yard touchdown run. Cade Vavruska point after was good. 29-27 in favor of T-Area. 6 minutes later, late in the third quarter, Jack Collette, the quarterback. This is how they have the scoring summer. Jack passes to Dylan Doran, complete for a touchdown of 78 yards. The point after was no good. So it was 29-33 in favor of Spearfish now, up by 4. And then Thomas Hughes had another touchdown catch. The point after was no good by Vavruska as the Spearfish Spartans get the victory, 39-29, the final score for Spearfish as we have a look at the scoring summary that was put together for us. A 10-point win for Spearfish. I'm not positive if all of this is correct.
You know, I think the last one, I believe, because, I mean, you have the same you were looking at the same play I was. I believe that was number 9, Darren Crooks, who caught that long touchdown pass of 99 yards. So Darren Crooks, if I believe did he throw a touchdown pass? I believe he threw a touchdown pass, possibly.
No.
They don't have him as well. Okay.
No. They don't even have him on the stat sheet, so I think that's where we go wrong, first of all, unless somebody else is wearing Crook's number. Let's see. Passing at Spearfish tonight, 231 yards, 120 for T-Area, and on the ground, 123 for Spearfish, 283 yards rushing for the T-Area Titans. So this is game 1. We could have our numbers mixed up with the players. That could very well be a possibility. But Spearfish do with a couple of different quarterbacks tonight. And then some good things all around by Hunter Walters. He had 9 tackles. Lathan Lucas had 12 tackles for the Spearfish Spartans. Ending up their leading rusher will be Mick Bosch, as he got 69 yards on 4 carries. One of those carries went for 62 yards, as that got the Spartans down to the 4-yard line. They do have the Spartans passing-wise for, 9 of 14 with no interceptions. T-Area was 7 of 21 for 3 interceptions, and they also had 2 fumbles. Penalties, almost double penalties by T-Area. They had 142 yards in penalties. Spearfish had 74. Total of 30 penalty flags were thrown in this game, and the time of possession favored the T-Area Titans. But what matters is the Junix Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram scoreboard. Final score, Spartans 39, T-Area Titans 29. We'll take a break, have a look at some more of our numbers from the Junix Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram scoreboard as our post-game show continues after this break on KDSJ Sports.
The deals are heating up at Junix Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram during the Make This the Summer of Jeep sales event, where the best way to buy a 2024 Jeep Grand Cherokee Limited is with $6,000 of bonus cash, or a 2024 Jeep Wrangler Rubicon with $4,000 of bonus cash. Save on interest with 5.99% financing plus no payment for 90 days. With approved credit, offer expires on September 4th, 2024. Visit the all-new Junix.com to see what's available. Then schedule a test drive to see what's possible at Junix Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram on West Jackson in Spearfish.
A lot of land comes with a lot of work. The new Kubota MX Series has a lot to offer, including the versatility to mow, move hay bales, grade roads, and clear brush and snow. An optional spacious cab to keep you comfortable in any conditions. A front-end loader with excellent loader lift capacity, hydrostatic or gear transmission options, and affordably priced. Visit your local Kubota dealer today. See Butte County Equipment, located on U.S. Highway 212, Belle Fourche, or go online to automotivecompanyinc.com.
This year marks the 50th anniversary of Pillin Optical. Since 1974, Pillin has dedicated its business to serving the community with quality eye care at a great price. The inventory has grown, giving you the widest selection of frames while maintaining the best prices for your family eye care needs. Your family is special, and Pillin Optical wants you to enjoy every minute clearly with them. After all, at Pillin Optical, quality eye care and customer service is the most important thing next to your sight. Pillin Optical, family owned for 50 years, 409 Kansas City Street.
20 years, there's been a better alternative for car repair in Spearfish and the Northern Black Hills. It's Auto Doctor, with their 2 ASC certified mechanics who each have over 40 years of experience and their state-of-the-art facility. They'll treat your vehicle like it's theirs. From mechanical repairs, brakes, alignments, tires, AC work, and more, Auto Doctor also provides advanced diagnostics. From Audis to Volkswagens, if your car is ill, we're the pill. Auto Doctor off Exit 14, Heritage Drive, Spearfish.
Well, good evening. Back to the Monument Health Orthopedics and Sports Medicine broadcast booth at Lyle Hair Stadium on the campus of BHSU. Spearfish Spartans getting the victory tonight, upsetting number 3 T-Area 39-29. Again, this is the first game of the season, so we do have some stats and trying to match up the players with the stats. And Spearfish did have, 354 total offensive yards. T area had 403. And then more penalties on T area and 5 turnovers on the Titans, 0 for Spearfish. Leading rusher tonight will be Mick Bosch with 69 yards. Thomas Hughes had 13 carries for 46 yards. Hunter Walters did a lot of things tonight, and we're going to name him our Superior Performance Player of the Game tonight, thanks to Superior Auto Solutions. And tonight, Hunter Walters with 10 carries, 11 yards. He had a touchdown. He had some receiving yards as well. He had 3 catches for 6 yards. He also had 9 tackles and 1 sack. One of those tackles was for loss. So Hunter Walters is our player of the game, being brought to you by Superior Auto Solutions. And our Superior Performance. Call Superior Auto at 605-642-9111 or see their inventory online at superioroutosd.com. You got brand new tires today from Superior.
That I did. And they did a great job with it. So I can attest firsthand, if you need to get anything done with your vehicle, go to Superior Auto.
Thank you, guys. Superior Auto Solutions. Getting that done for our broadcast team tonight. Let's head on over to the Junix Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram scoreboard. I'll do a couple. You do some as well. We'll start first in 11 AAA tonight. Rapid City Central loses to Sioux Falls Roosevelt 21-19. Number 2 ranked Sioux Falls Lincoln gets by Rapid City Stevens 55-7. It was last check, Sioux Falls Jefferson was leading Watertown 31-7 in the third. I would believe that game, well, no, it's second game of doubleheader at Howard Wood Field, so it probably is right there in the third quarter. Class 11 AA. They'll be looking at this across the state and looking at it twice as the Spearfish Spartans win it over number 3 T area 39-29. Number 2 Yankton all over Huron 60-0. It was Mitchell defeating Douglas 51-13, and Brookings shuts out Sturgis 31-0. Again, no injuries tonight for the Spearfish Spartans that we could see. There was guys getting worked on the table with some cramps, but that really helps when you can get all these guys into the game, get some experience. There's not much depth, as we can see here for Spearfish, so you got to keep that first string on the field, because we found out last year when it goes second, third string, you lose 5 games in a row. Rapid City Christian had a lead against number 1 ranked Canton, but then loses 20-16. Belfouche loses tonight at Madison 41-6. And Custer loses tonight at home to Tri-Valley 20-13. And then we go over to the smaller schools. This is week number 2 for them. Clayson Davis with some more of our area scores.
Yeah, looking at 11B, our last class of 11-man, looking at our Junix Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram scoreboard. Woonsocket, Wessington Springs, Sanborn Central. Say that 5 times in a row really fast. They roll up on lead Deadwood 42-6 in this contest. Hot Springs, after not doing so well last week, they beat Miller Highmore Herald by a score of 21-14. As that's looking at Class 11B. As that looks to be all for Class 11B. Now we go to 9-man. Looking at some scores from 9AA. Hill City, they roll up on Lemon McIntosh by a score of 41-11. And also in the West River part of the state, Bennett County over New Underwood right now. Last time checked, 22-14. Going to 9A, it was the Wall Eagles coming into Buffalo and really beating up on Harding County Bison, 43-22. As that is the score. Wall comes into Northwestern South Dakota and pulls out a road win. 2 top 5 teams there. As we keep going through the Junix Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram scoreboard, Kadoka area, they've been receiving their votes. They might get a little more attention as they will beat Lineman by a score of 62-14. As that's a look at 9A. And then finally, look at 9B real quick to check out the end off the scoreboard. Jones County beats Faith by a score of 52-14. 5-6. As that will do it for the Junix Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram scoreboard. As Cody Oliver rejoins us after a brief conversation with our beloved cameraman here with KDSJ-TV, Paul James.
I think we're going to get him on the mic to see what his perspective was up on top. And again, some things may have not matched here in game number 1 with our stat sheet and the roster, but we tried tonight. T-Area Titans taking the loss. They're now 0-1. They'll be hosting Aberdeen Central next Friday. Spearfish Spartans will be at Rapid City Central next Friday. What did you see above us from your point of view on a Spartan victory tonight? Here's Paul James from Eagle Country.
A lot of bugs. There was a lot of bugs up there. Look at my arm. They're chewing my arm up. No, I'm just kidding. What a great game. What a great game they played. Got punched in the mouth right away in the third quarter, and we're like, that's fine. We'll just keep playing. And that's what they did. They just kept playing, came up with big plays, huge long plays. It was fun to watch it from up there. You could really see everything spread out, and I was concentrating as hard as I could so people who were watching could keep it in frame and they could see it and not get too excited because, when you're...
Was there a railing up there for you?
There's a railing,
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I would have fell off if I...
So it could have been... The roster maybe switched around, but Darren Crooks or Thomas Hughes.
I thought it was Thomas Hughes at number 9, and again, I'm not watching that closely, but Hughes in there as well as Walters from time to time, and then I'm a little confused by that as well. So I'm not sure what the numbers, but I believe Thomas Hughes. He was the one who ran and slid on the sideline, not going out of bounds, keeping the clock running there towards the end. Number 9.
Who had the 99-yard touchdown catch?
I don't know. I got to tell you, I don't know. Because
I had it down as Crooks, but it could have been Hughes.
I believe it was Crooks. I believe I was hearing PA announcer Joel Martin saying Crooks, but I can't be certain. I was concentrating on keeping everything on in the video. So for those of you who watched it at home, I apologize for parts of it. Other parts weren't my fault. I wasn't the only cameraman.
But Hunter Walters did a great game, I thought, tonight. Without having
9 tackles, he had.
After having without Asher Peel on the line, they had some linemen step up. That's usually your first worry in the first game of the season. Is your offensive and defensive line going to show up?
Especially versus T. Big guys. You could see them. You're closer to them than me, and I was really amazed. They gave whatever quarterback they had at the time to make a decision. They made just some big plays. The 99-yard play, then the pick 6 was Dorn, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Just what a fun game to watch. I don't care what team you're going for. That was a fun game to watch.
Forcing 5 turnovers and not committing 1 turnover yourself.
That's amazing.
In game 1.
Yeah, and you got to wonder. For so many years, T or any other team that comes from East, they're like, this will be easy, and boy, they did not look ready to play, and Spearfish looked ready to play.
Spartans up 14-0 at the end of the first quarter. It got a little questionable there at halftime, down by 2.
Yeah.
But as you mentioned, second half, they caved right back at the Titans.
They did, after they got one right across the jaw, right in that opening drive by T, and then after that, boy, it was all Spearfish. Coming up big on defense, coming up big on offense. I got to go back and watch it again. I want to see the whole thing again. I had it on my phone so I could look down and see what replays were running and stuff like that, so I could kind of relive it as about 40 seconds after it initially happened because of the delay. But it was a lot of fun to watch.
This is a smooth operation we have here.
Well, I don't know if I'd call it that. There's a little sweat from Clayson, I'm sure. Did a great job running those replays and giving everybody a good look at what was going on. It was fun. Get to do it again Friday.
Thank you, Paul James from Eagle Country, as a cameraman literally up on top of the roof here at the press box.
I've been up there, so Yeah. Almost got hit by a rock. Somebody threw a rock.
And the bugs.
And the bugs. Yeah.
Clayson Davis, anything else before we get on out of here for Friday night?
Well, I appreciate my cameraman really helping me out instead of juggling 5 different things. I only have to juggle 4 things. So I want to thank Paul James at Eagle Country for helping me out in that respect. And, yeah, I'm with Paul. I might want to come back and watch it on our YouTube page, which you can. You can go back and rewatch this game tonight. So you can rewatch it anytime you want on our KDSJ YouTube page. Again, you can also watch it on Facebook, along with a future sports broadcast on our Facebook page as well, all a part of our KDSJ-TV package. And, I was honestly not expecting this outcome, and it could lead to a very fun season if you're a Spartan fan.
39-29, Spearfish with the win over third-ranked T area. But one game at a time, and go to Rapid City Central next week, who played Sioux Falls School pretty close tonight. So we'll have the Rushmore Bowl for you tomorrow, or how about next Friday at 7 o'clock from Rapid City.
Yeah, I'm busy tomorrow.
And then we also have volleyball Tuesday night, Hot Springs at Lee Deadwood for some high school volleyball here on the radio. KDSJ 980 AM, 103.5 FM, and also on KDSJ-TV. Thanks to all of our sponsors who came on board, and thanks to Jim Callis behind the scenes putting our production of our game together, and thank you to Paul James, Clayson Davis. I'm Cody Oliver. We're signing off from Lyle Hair Stadium as the Spartans get the victory on opening night, 39-29. And this has been another KDSJ Sports presentation.